Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Saturday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren and I am your host and Dungeon Master, and I can hear myself, so I gotta always forget to mute that. Welcome everyone, welcome to another skin-crawling episode of The Writhing Moon. We have quite a show for you tonight, and we are of course going to get into that in just a second. But of course, before we do that, let's take a moment and say hello to our fantastic crew. How's it going? How's it going, Speedy? You're all right? You're looking kind of ripped there. He's No, like rest in peace. Yes, he is both. He did, yeah. He was worshiping at the Iron Church and then he died. No, Speedy is unfortunately dead, but we are working on that necromantic ritual to bring him back. So hopefully we will have that finished by next week. We may need your thoughts and prayers with that. But of course, how are the rest of you guys doing? Oh. Well, well, it's good to see that you are. So we have, like I said, we have, well, before we dive into it, why don't we go one by one and have everyone tell us a little bit about themselves and, of course, who you are playing tonight. And since we have no Speedy here, we will start with the, unquenchable Din Money. Oh, wait, hold on. They couldn't hear you guys. Oh, there. Fixed. You guys missed the intro. You guys missed them. They were so eloquent and,
we're still alive.
Yeah, it was
still alive.
Sad. Sorry about that.
3 out of 4 were a C grade alive. Nice.
Anyway, Din, who are you playing today?
Nice, awesome. I'm Din Money online and in the chats, and I shall be playing Ulrich the White. He's kind of a washed-up Templar, technically like a barbarian class, and his strong sense of justice has brought him to Palemore, and who knows what answers we're gonna find. But my sword will be asking the questions.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
And of course, next to him, we have the incurable 4.
Well, gracious, you certainly can't cure my fascination with my absolutely wonderful character, Gurney Abel. Oh, Gurney Abel,
nailed it.
Oh, what a gentleman he is, going along the streets of Palemore, doodling the signs and the sewers and everything. That's right. Gurney Abel's a photographer. He's a nerd about maps. And unfortunately, he can't nerd out about that. Because Palemore, yes, Palemore has become a nerd city over this blood. My goodness.
Nice.
So he's here to shame all of them into getting their facts straight.
Nice.
With the help of his gastric fistula that possesses amazing power, as in it belches death on you and you die. Unless,
it's also your band name.
Unless I am eaten by a vagina maw, but otherwise you will die. And that's
which is a thing that happens here.
It apparently can happen. I didn't know that when I started.
We know now.
That was not on the waiver.
Palemore STDs are real.
We also need to give we need to give a nod to Mutant Eye Baby.
Yes. He has experimented with motherhood. He doesn't want to feel. He doesn't want to let Vesper feel left out.
As a group, we all collectively learned that Gurney is able to give birth, and I think we all just sort of agreed to leave that one alone.
Way alone. Yeah. Way alone.
Oh, Lord. And last...
Please go away from me.
Yeah.
Last but certainly not least, we have the no. I'm running out of words here.
The intangible.
That often happens.
The indubitable Lisa Lee.
Nice.
The contrafabulatory. Hello, I'm Lisa Lee, and I am Lisa Bell on Twitch, and I am Danger Lily on. No, I
Other
did
way
it
around.
again.
Other way
I'm
around.
Danger Lily on Twitch, which is a horrible, stupid handle, and I'm Lisa Bell on Twitter, and you can find me here. And on Saturdays and on Wednesdays, I am part of a 2-day, 2-crew stream of Blades in the Dark, which is amazing. And you can find me on Wednesdays on Not So Speedruns channel. It's really, really, really fun. And
Two Crew, Two Furious.
It is Two Crew, Two Furious. It totes is, man. Okay, it's like so amazing.
Whoa!
Dude. Yeah, I got grappled by a vagina dentata last week here. So I hope that never happens again.
Yeah. No promises.
See what he's like. See what we have to deal with.
I think we killed it.
You see?
Where does it end? Where does it end?
Right.
Oh, God.
I am. Every week this gets creepier. Every week. I think it can't, but then
Statistically, she's right. Yes.
it does.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
So buckle up, my friends.
Numbers don't lie,
Stay close
kids.
to the candles.
Well, of course.
Yes.
Of course, we will be into our recap in just a second, but of course, before we do, we have a couple of announcements. First and foremost, if you guys do not know, a new month means a new giveaway. I am actually trying to find the day that we'll be doing the Dwarven Forge giveaway winner announcement. I extended that by a couple of days, the deadline by a couple of days because of a thing with Dwarven Forge and because I had changed up the prizes. But bear in mind, if you have not already entered, you still have a couple days left. So if you hit that link that Dice Thulu has for you, sorry, this beer is getting to me. You can win yourself either the first prize of a fully painted set of Dwarven Forge plus a whole box of Reaper miniatures, bones, figures to use with it. Second prize being a full set of unpainted Dwarven Forge, and third prize being a full set of Exploding Dice swag, along with some really, really cool role-playing tools and little gifts. So get in on that if you haven't already. Retweet it, share it. Let's make sure we get a lot of shares on that before it ends. Everyone should enter. And then we are working on our next giveaway. I can't give away any hints on it. It might be a couple days late, but I can tell you it includes wood. Very, very nice wood. So that is...
Oh, I know what he's talking about. Oh, guys, get in on that.
So that is coming up in the next month. We have a couple of other projects coming up, which you should keep your eye on Twitter if you want to hear more about those. Other than that, these particular episodes, the last episode in May, I think this is being, or technically it's not May anymore, is still sponsored by our friends Dwarven Forge and Elderwood Academy, so they are bringing these episodes to you. Of course, all of the sounds and music that you guys will be hearing during the episode and atmosphere is courtesy of our amazing friends and sponsors over at Sirenscape. So if you enjoy the sounds, consider getting yourself some Sirenscape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's
And also,
oh yeah, go for it.
Really quick, I just want to say a huge love and support for everyone in London right now, and some critters. Hey, if you guys haven't checked in on Twitter, can you guys do that for me, please? Because I want to worry about you. I know that Kit Bus checked in, and for the people but Louise Moore. I'm not sure where over the pond you are. Can you guys check in and make sure that I for my heart know you guys are okay?
Right.
Yeah. If I know I have a lot.
You.
I know I have a lot of friends out in England, so hopefully everything is going all right for you guys. Please, just make sure your families are all right and all that good stuff. Looks like Louise is fine. I just saw her on Twitter like a minute ago. So
thank you, Louise. Thank you.
But everyone else, just make sure if you know anyone out there that they're all right. Okay, so I think that is the last of our announcements. Let's talk a little bit about the Writhing Moon. We began our last episode with the party having ascended the hill in the Alabaster district, seeking out Magistrix Ileana, the bloodless harlot, as she was called, the seeming ruler over the Alabaster district, which has, oh shit, that's loud, which has turned into a den of sin and pleasure and other things like that. First of all, I'm gonna make sure that my crew can hear the audio there. Just let me know if that's too loud for you guys, because I will turn it down.
Beautiful.
All right. And of course, they. First of all, we are. Where's my Streamlabs? Where is my Streamlabels? Because we are starting the night off with Tunarth insisting on me not getting through this this goddamn intro here. He says, "Oh my, look at that! A mostly empty donation bar. Nat 20s for our dear hapless players. Do not die tonight."
Thank you.
So thank you,
Tunarth.
thank you, Tunarth. We will get into the donation stuff in just a second. But of course, they climbed the hill. They, thanks to Felix's vision of what was of something leading them to that manor, they made their way inside. And at first, they were greeted by a very strange and very forward harlequin, a court jester, a woman in face paint and a beaming, very creepy smile, who ushered them inside, insisting that they needed to blind themselves in order to be properly acquainted with their surroundings. They refused, and eventually they found themselves in the middle of a ballroom full of people and things they could not see. But after kind of stumbling their way through this strange illusion, they called out to whoever it was in this chamber, and with a little bit of coaxing, the illusion was revealed to them, and they saw an entire ballroom full of revelers, all who had blinded themselves, all dancing on feet that have been worn down to the bone, blood covering the floors, dead in piles, and skinned to cover the walls. And they did not really take to this very well. They called out Magistrix Ileana, and after a brief exchange, they decided to confront her, and Magistrix Ileana used her control over these revelers to cause a crowd of them to attack the party. The party fought through this sort of crowd of crazed, blinded zombie revelers, with Felix and Ulrich carving their way through the bodies. However, Vesper and Gurney flew over the mass and attacked the creature that was sitting in the throne directly. And what a fight it was. It was cinematic. It was dangerous. Gurney got swallowed by a giant mouth leg orifice thing. Vesper got grappled by its jaws, and Ulrich eventually broke through the crowd and with a mighty blow from his spear felled the dangerous and mutated creature. But that was not the end of it, as the revelers fell, collapsed in a bloody heap on the floor. They realized that they were not alone in the chamber. They were rejoined by this strange harlequin that did not seem to want to leave. And as it led them deeper into the palace, telling them that they were to have an audience with the Magistrix, they got sidetracked down into a dungeon, down a strange set of stairs, and there they found a man who had been locked up for who knows how long, his hands long since worn away and replaced with apparatus that allowed him to write and paint. He had papers, he had painting over his walls. It looks like he had been there for many, many years, left to scrawl notes, symbols, and gibberish on some kind of mission that he could not fathom or fulfill. The party could not understand him, for his words were madness. However, Felix has been touched by this madness and was able to exchange words. And Felix learned something we do that the party has not been privy to just yet. Though the last thing they saw was as Felix attempted to screamed and shouted for the man to tell him what he knew. The man drew a symbol on the wall and then promptly died, his head splitting open down the center and revealing a sort of pulsing and squirming mass of large, pale blue worms. And that was where we ended things for the night. So that is, of course, where we are going to be picking things up. Yes, the symbol is also on screen, by the way.
Okay.
I wrote up there just so you guys did not forget it. So that is going to be where we're going to pick things up. Of course, if you guys want to get involved and help the players out, as Tunarth just did, you can see right down below there's a little banner that says donation. You can give the players natural 20s, advantage, disadvantage, those kind of things. You can also have them draw from the tarot deck to prophesize their future. As you can see, they have quite a few prophecies arrayed before them, some of which they are working towards fulfilling. Some of them still have yet to be figured out, but they are piling up. And of course, if you guys, all of that money will go right back to operating the channel. Most of this month's donations and anything that goes pretty much above our monthly goal is going towards TwitchCon, hotel, flight, all that good stuff. So if you guys want to see some cool stuff happening coming at you from TwitchCon, consider helping out. Of course, if you really like the channel and you like the show and you want to support the content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is just $5 a month, and you get access to cool emotes. You get access to natural 20s and advantages and stuff you can give the players, as well as Discord ranks and other cool things. So that is all my shilling for today. Let's, of course, go here. Let me just turn my music on. All right. And so, you guys, as we return to our scene, all of you are standing in this chamber covered in papers, scrawlings, and various etchings in the walls, and you see sort of Felix standing over this dead man and reacting with a kind of a shocked look on his face.
Those worms, where are the worms crawling?
They're not really crawling.
Those.
They haven't left his skull yet.
Oh my gosh.
God. I don't know if that's even worse. I guess that's...
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Okay.
That's good on a threatening factor, but creepy. That's still just as creepy. I'll be ready to stab him, but I'll let the more thinkers of the party hash this out.
Can I?
I've got an idea.
Yeah, all right.
I leave the room.
What?
Gertie sees this and immediately retreats from the room.
Just don't lock the door on us.
I don't lock the door on you.
Can I use?
What do you make of this, Gurney?
Gurney?
Can I use my prescience to try to make any sense of what he's saying or what's on the walls?
So
My learning?
let me check something right here. It's presence, prescience.
I have marks in both of those, and I also have a pretty good mark in learning as well.
I will allow you to make a learning roll. It will be a fairly difficult check, though.
Okay.
No one said learning was easy.
That's right.
Hold on, let me
It's 2d6, right?
yeah, give me 1 second.
Or 1d8.
Your learning should be 1d8. Sorry, I'm just trying to set up this.
I did it wrong.
Oh. Properties.
I'll open a beer for everyone.
Hey,
Nice.
lovely.
Cheers. Cheers.
I've
Not
got
so good. Not so good. 17. So good.
17.
All right.
But okay. All right. It's all right. It's all right.
Let me just get this rules thing done. Okay. So you are kind of, as Felix is just sort of, he's just sort of standing there transfixed by what he sees. You of course are scanning the room, trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. And you see you saw this, you can clearly see the symbol that he painted for right before he died for Felix. So you can see that. It looks like the rest of the room is covered in other symbols. Some of them are they don't like, some of them look similar. It looks like he was you get the sense that he was drawing and redrawing not necessarily the same symbol, but quite a few of them, as if he was searching for the right form and couldn't find it.
Gotcha.
So they're kind of similar almost in nature.
Not all of them, but
Almost
there are
an evolution.
you see shapes and stuff repeated quite a bit. Yeah.
My
Okay.
player knows.
Now, when we left last week, am I remembering correctly that he made the choice to change places with him, and it was happening right as we ended, or is that not true?
So Felix did not. Felix didn't really do a whole lot of anything, but
Okay.
Looked like he was doing something.
yeah, I mean, you don't
Right?
obviously you
Yeah.
couldn't understand. You couldn't really
We
understand
caught
what
him red-handed.
you couldn't
We kinda
really
did.
you couldn't really understand what he was saying, but you get the sense that Felix wasn't as he's standing there now, like he probably wasn't quite sure of what exactly he was agreeing to, if anything.
Okay.
So he's still like
Yeah,
lucid
as long
though.
as
He's
you're
not
right.
just.
Oh
like,
yeah, no,
zoned
he's
out,
not.
like,
He's not unconscious.
Okay.
He's just sort of staring transfixed at this split skull in front of him.
Can I ask Felix, like, hey, like, what the heck happened here? Like,
Yeah, of course.
slap him a little on the face a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Felix,
Yeah.
what is this? Does it help us in any way?
He's just gonna he's kind of breathing a little bit raggedly, and he very slowly turns to whoever's next to him. He says, he had worms in his head.
Yes.
No, I mean,
We see it. We
no
see it,
Christ.
Felix.
yeah. Well, why did he have worms in his head?
I don't know. I don't know.
Sure, you don't.
I think
So you
if
won't-
if you guys don't want worms in you, you should leave that room.
Mm.
You have a very wise point.
Is he like dead, or are the worms just sort of like?
You can kind of hear them, but he's just sort of slumped in the corner, and his head is kind of like split, like
That's right.
here.
That's right. He molted.
Do you think there's more of Jesus Christ? Do you guys think there's more worms in him? Not just
Yes.
his head?
Oh, I'm.
Is
yeah,
that what
let's
you're
go.
thinking for? Oh,
I think he is one enormous wheel of Stilton. That's what I think.
how big is the little like cutout like visor part of the door? Could these worms crawl through there if they
Probably.
got out? I think we should kill them then. All of them.
I would definitely. Yes, I do say.
Let's
Maybe
fucking scramble some eggs. And I break out the spear.
Remove that head and make sure that he's gone.
Gurney,
But
Gurney
is
says,
there anything written on the table on the scraps that I might understand to take with us? Gurney, can you make heads or tails of any of this? You should
I-
be the one to know.
Yeah, grab a worm for a sample.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
Not a
that's
worm. The papers.
gross.
The papers. Not a worm. No, no, no. I meant the papers. I meant the writing.
Last session, Gurney did try to take a look at those papers, and they're all madness. This guy is just scrawling.
Okay.
I can't even read his handwriting. Really.
So let's just go.
All right, let's. Can I just give him a nice,
So
right down the middle?
as you guys are deliberating, Felix is kind of like slumped against the wall, and he's kind of muttering to himself. He says, he knew, he told me he had figured it out. He had done it. This symbol, it meant it was his life's work.
Well, look where it got him.
Well, we have it now, and we can keep going. And if it appears somewhere else, I don't know. We'll know. He's beyond help now.
What does it mean, Felix? The symbol.
He told me it meant ascension.
Felix, we're wasting time. You need to take a point here. We need to get to the mistress. Why don't you take point, okay?
He kind of.
And I try to like pull him out of the room.
See, I was thinking we hold Felix down in front of the worms and threaten him to tell us, but your plan's good too.
He's.
I mean, Ulrich was zoning out again.
Care about worms.
You're probably right.
He'll just kind of cast his gaze down and continue sort of muttering to himself as he sort of slowly steps out of the room.
Okay, yeah, that's good. And Gurney just sort of like pats him on the back and tries to do his very best to try to put him in the present instead of in his own thoughts. Gurney wants to like make him not think about what just happened or what that symbol is.
Okay. As you're kind of trying to calm him down, he's just sort of like, you see him just kind of like just talking to himself. He says, "I don't know, but maybe I can hear it, but did he hear what?" And then he'll kind of like look straight at you and he says, "Do you think that they're inside me too?"
We won't know until it happens.
I'm sure that's not. No, I'm sure they're not. Felix.
There's one way to find out.
But
There is one way to find out, but to be honest, Felix, I think you're wonderful as you are.
Well,
But
only complimenting
but if
his
anything
players not
does
here.
start, I want you to tell us.
That's true. If you start to itch, maybe let us know. But I think you're fine.
I just want you to not think about what you saw in there as much as you can, all right?
I
mean, heck, we've seen a lot worse things than
True.
what was in there. I mean, do you remember the sewers? That thing was bleh. And Gurney just like throw out face, like trying to make him laugh or something.
I'm just scrolling through the creatures we've met in sewers, and it's like, which one is he talking about? It's the
No,
grossest.
it was the pig one. Don't you remember?
The pig
The
host.
pig one was really
monster.
gross. That rat though was pretty gross too. But yeah, still.
So
Ugh.
onward we go. Let's try to find this Liliana.
Yeah. Do we see the
Let's do
Harlequin
it.
at all down this hallway?
Yeah. Oh, I want that Harlequin to die horribly, horribly.
Oh, Vesper.
So you guys we're leaving right now? Want to go?
We're leaving.
I'd like
I'm
to
not
cut
even
that
shut the
guy in
door.
half. Just finish off as many of those worms as I can. But
Maybe just take his head.
if you guys, I don't want to take just the head. Jesus.
I don't mean
I
with
just
you.
wanna-
Like we take his head off.
Gurney doesn't even want to bother with it, but
Yeah.
you do what you
Okay.
want.
Yeah, I just feel just in case. I don't know. I guess the next person probably is not even a nice person either. Ulrich will just be like, all right, I'll kind of do a Bilbo and stay my blade, show pity on these worms, I guess.
Ooh.
I'll poke one on my way out though, just because a little. All
Okay.
right, let's go. Let's go.
All
I'll
right.
lock
So
the
you
door
guys want to
behind
leave?
us.
You leave this corpse. Are you gonna close the door behind you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right. So you close the door. You seal the dungeon, and you sort of wind your way through the darkness back up, several flights of stairs to the marble hallway draped, excuse me, with red cloth and paintings and statues, filled with all kinds of reverberating noises. Some of them more distracting than others. As you stand in this long corridor, you you roughly know. I mean, you were headed down this corridor before, but obviously you no longer have a guide.
Felix is leading us, though, right?
I mean,
I'm
you
like
can.
beside him. I'm beside him.
Follow.
I'm trying to like keep his mind focused on like, oh, what's around this corner? Oh,
Okay. Is there like can we ask Felix? Is there any like has he seen any of the blood trail at all, or any kind of hints?
He'll just kind of stop and kind of rock his head back and forth for a little while, and he says, "There's something here. It's
Yes.
it's it's that way, I think. I it's you see him like his eyes are still closed. It's almost you see it like you can kind of see him moving and twitching, almost as if he's sort of like having a dream whilst in front of you. And as he's he kind of noticeably begins shuddering. He says, "No, no, it's I I don't want to look at it anymore. I can't. I can't."
Shit,
Look
it
at
sounds
what,
like he's in.
Felix?
If it sounds like he's in danger, I could snap him out of it.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah.
Felix, look at what?
It's like whoa. Like, hey, come back.
What don't you
Ugh.
want to look at, Felix? We need to know.
He just kind of like as you kind of shake him out of his reverie, he just sort of opens his eyes and
You're okay, boyo.
there's something here. I can't describe it, but
Is it an enemy?
I think it saw me.
Where is it, Felix?
Shit.
He just very, very slowly kind of raises his hand and sort of points down the dark corridor.
okay. Let's put you in the back now.
Yeah. Okay.
Ulrich.
Oh,
Hey.
alright. I wish I had a cool like Shadow of Colossus sword light we could do right now. Does anybody have like a torch or any kind of like dancing light spells?
I can see in
I
the
can
dark.
phantasm
Okay.
it. You can see in the dark. I can phantasm a little bit of light.
Mm-hmm. I
Like
think
will-o-wisp?
that's safe enough if you do that. Then all of us can
Okay.
see, and not just me.
Okay. Well, yeah. We have confirmed that something's there, and he didn't seem like it was very friendly. So I'm up for using the phantasm. I don't want to get surprise attacked. But if
Okay.
you want to, I mean, if you want to stay right behind me and guide me, we can do that too. But
Yeah.
I guess have phantasm on standby.
Well,
Okay.
If we send the little will-o-wisps of phantasm in front of us,
I
and
think-
we stay in the
we'll do
shadow
that.
right
We'll do
behind
that.
it,
Yeah.
Okay.
I
and
want
we'll
that
see
now.
what's coming. 10 feet behind.
Sweet.
We'll
All right.
see.
Perfect.
Yeah, and we'll stay in
Hell,
the
we
shadow.
can even throw out a little freaking gurney baby out there as a little decoy.
Fetch.
Oh god.
Ew, ew.
Just send it out
Ew.
there as bait.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh gosh. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
All right.
Light it up.
All right.
oh boy.
Cool.
So you're sending light down. Are you following it, or are you just staying, sort of sending it
Yeah.
out ahead?
Following
of
it.
We're
It's like
gonna-
10 feet
yeah.
behind it, at
Okay.
least 10, 15 feet behind it. So
Yeah.
it
about
will
like
be its
one
own
movement.
beacon.
Yeah.
All right. So you continue down this hallway, and it seems to extend for quite some time, passing by rooms. Some of them You can see various displays of flesh and debauchery, torture, and other endeavors inside. It's fairly standard fare for this place, as far as you're aware. But as you continue farther down the corridor, eventually the sounds will kind of die off, and you realize you haven't passed any doors or branching hallways in quite some time. Who's up front?
Ulrich.
Ulrich. As
I'm
you're
up
kind of
front.
as you're kind of holding your spear at the ready, you will see the light about 10 feet ahead of you as it's drifting down the corridor. All of a sudden, illuminate the forms of two figures standing on either side of the corridor.
I was kind of like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like
Yes.
SEAL Team 6, like halt. Two up there. You guys see that?
I see.
They seem to be two female forms, both dressed in, I guess, what might pass for a standard handmaiden's outfit. They have this sort of the boxed headdress, boxed kind of hat with a long veil coming down, a kind of a corset and a dress. How you can see their arms are folded in front of them. However, their faces, it appears as if the skin on their face has been like stretched towards the center and just stitched that way. There's no visible face. It's just like a single line of stitches, sort of very jagged and red.
Oh.
That's the noise Gurney makes.
They're standing on either side of the hallway, completely unmoving.
Okay.
I see they drew me a nice little line to cut down.
Aye.
All right, Jesus, I don't like being outnumbered, but I'll
Whisper, you have pretty words.
mm.
Please talk, or maybe
Um.
I don't
Okay.
know. Has the hallway changed much?
Not really. It's still the same marble floor. The bricks in the hallway are ornate. There are columns on either side. There's still kind of the red drapery, the occasional painting and statue and other ornamentation, candelabras and chandeliers above your head. Looks fairly well appointed.
Are you creatures of Jolestinas, or do you serve Iliana?
They stand motionless.
May we pass?
No response.
Talk about the cold shoulder.
All right.
Um,
Well, you
I
know,
don't.
no answer is an answer, so let's
Yeah,
keep going.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
There you go.
As you continue a
They
little bit,
can't talk, probably.
as you continue a little bit farther, you see the light ahead of you, a few feet past them, illuminate two more figures, dressed the same, their faces the same. And as you kind of see the light continue down the corridor, you see the last probably 30 feet of hallway here is just flanked by pairs of these people. They are unmoving, they are just sort of very silently standing there. And at the end of the hallway, you see a large set of wooden double doors.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
I think,
Okay.
Jesus, if that's just what's outside, all right, I think they're gonna let us pass, and I think Felix is sensing what's on the other side of those doors.
Let's try. If they don't let us pass, I will rake right through them.
You guys
Yeah.
are a few feet away now, so like you in order to continue down the hallway, you're going to have to pass directly between them.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's try. I'm ready.
How
I'm
far
ready.
apart are they? Is this like limbo or?
No, the hallway is a little bit more than maybe 9 or 10 feet. So they're
Okay.
just sort of again,
So
you know,
blade swinging room.
at
Okay.
the walls. You
Sweet.
could, in theory, hit
Yeah.
them with a weapon, but you're not gonna like bump into them.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Well,
They're in
single
proximity.
file. Sand
Yeah.
people. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'll go behind you, Ulrich.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna go last with Felix in front of me.
Good idea.
Good
Right.
job.
All right. As you pass between the first group, they do nothing other than very, very slowly sort of turn on their heels, so they are constantly facing you as you pass. But they do not do anything.
I almost want to kind of like relax my spear a little bit. I want to take on a little bit more of a non-threatening manner as we continue forward.
Yeah. Nice.
And then
Let's
I kind of
continue
just
forward.
yeah.
I'm
How do you
just
do?
frowning.
Tell your lady that we are
Hmm.
here.
Weather's crazy these days, huh?
Uh-huh.
You girls get out much? Just making small talk as we walk down. Oh god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I just realized these people have
Nervous
probably been
humor.
standing for days,
Maybe decades. We don't know.
decades. Oh my
If
gosh.
they're undead.
Ooh, with those
And remember,
dancers? Gosh,
well,
yeah.
the dancers,
Yeah,
if they've been here all this time, that could be a very, very long time.
Yeah, which means they're gonna be easier to knock down, I guess, because their muscles are gonna be so worn out.
They may be
Let's
undead.
hope for that,
It's
then.
Just
maybe
went over as he passed.
these.
Best case scenario.
But yes, through these double doors we go. I really.
Let's stop before him and just be like, is this like what you
Should
kind
I
of...
cast a boon? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we're going into some nastiness.
Yeah.
Felix, by the way, as you're kind of standing in front of this door, Felix is. You see him almost shivering and shaking.
Felix, what is it?
He just kind of shakes his head. He says, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know.
Do what? We don't want to make you do anything you don't want to.
We need to know
Please.
what's in there, kid.
Yeah, I can't. I can't describe it. It is.
How do we kill it?
He's. I don't know. I just hear its voice.
What's it saying to you,
I
Felix?
would like to mind dredge Felix.
Okay. Go ahead
Good
and roll.
job.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
freaking
Fuck
Go
yeah.
ahead
back
and roll
into
it.
this shit.
Yep.
Fantasy hack.
Right, tricks.
1d20,
shit.
yes, 2d6. Wow. Okay then.
You kind of
Natural one.
yeah you
Oh.
glance you kind of you focus your energy and you kind of attempt to peer into Felix's mind, but you sort of are repelled by the sort of the surface noise of his mind at this very moment at least seems to be like loud static in your head.
Oh, I turn that off. Ouch. I go, oh gosh, yeah. Oh,
good?
wow.
No, not good, not good.
No, not good.
It's good. I can't hear very well, Sonny.
Alright, right.
bad. I bellow into your ears.
Needs an ear
Oh,
horn.
bad.
Bad.
I'm not mad. Shut up.
I think we should keep going.
Yeah, there's only one way.
What do we see all the way down? Because I get the feeling we're about to come up to the woman that we came here for.
Oh.
I hope so. Oh my God.
Repeat the question.
What do we see ahead of us?
I assume you're standing in front of
Whoa.
you're standing in front of the door.
Yeah.
Oh, then we open the door.
Okay.
Jeez, way to take over for the team. I didn't agree to open the door.
I mean,
Alright.
do you want to do anything else? Like,
I'm not scared,
we'll stop
alright?
and be like, do we want to really open these doors?
Yeah, okay, cool. Like I said, I'm not scared. It's just I wanted some teamwork opening this door.
Yeah.
Alright.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Wait a second. No, I don't.
Yeah, any kind of boon, anything. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, here's what I can do. Can I go ahead and cast Life Drain on myself?
I guess.
All right, I'm gonna use a natural 20 to pass that.
Okay.
Life drain on yourself.
Yes, so I have the boon Life Drain. Every attack I make, as long as I sustain this, lets me heal half the damage.
Oh, well, cool.
Alright.
Okay, sweet.
So
Alright, nice.
Gurney's underneath his robe. Gurney's fistula hole is like beginning to.
It's like a Dyson vacuum.
Oh yeah. And then
nice.
with their cue, I open the door.
As you kind of cast this on yourself, as you kind of put your go to put your hands on the heavy sort of metal handles of the door, you sort of give them a small push, and you almost feel as if they sort of start opening by themselves. Like, you definitely do push them, but they are much lighter than you expected.
Lovely.
Whoa.
This happens with every door we come to. I let it open. In that case, if it starts to open, I just like give it a little push.
All right.
And
as you as the doors open, you find yourself looking into a large chamber. It just feels large. It's not like you can't see how big it is. Because it is completely swallowed by darkness. Vesper, even your sort of little light that is sitting in front of you, like a few feet in front of you, just seems to be sort of swallowed up by the darkness here. However, you do see, like, small flickering candles seem to illuminate a long, polished wooden dining table in the center of this chamber. It is set with, you can just see in the flickering candlelight, you can see there are chairs set around the side of it, and at the end of it, you see a very high-backed chair, kind of glinting of almost blackened metal with red cushions, and there is what appears to be a figure sitting in it. You can make out just the sort of solid white of the face, and you see that the doors did not open on their own. In fact, there appear to be two of these sort of faceless attendants standing, holding the doors open.
Oh, thank you.
Sure.
That's good. Ulrich's like their servants. They won't fight without the leader. This is good.
Yeah.
You hear sort of an echoing voice from across the room saying, "I'm so glad you could join."
Well, you haven't made it quite easy, have you? Not quite the way to treat guests, eh?
Ooh.
It's
like Ulrich's like, oh, women. Cat fight.
Oh,
lay down, yeah.
Stuck in his old ways.
Yeah. He's from another time.
You, as you're sort of saying this, Vesper, you see the figure sat in the chair across the chamber from you, very slowly sort of push herself to her feet and begin walking towards, across the room, crossing the table towards you. About halfway, she seems to be almost swallowed up by the darkness, and a second later you hear kind of the clack of footsteps right next to you, and you see sort of out of the darkness this solid white porcelain mask with just black lips and black eyes, a large kind of shining headdress kind of coming up from the edges of the mask, and a red very form-fitting noble's dress with a high white collar behind it. steps towards you and says, "Oh, forgive me, where are my manners? Come, you're here now, and honored guests at that. Would you like some dinner? You look famished."
Well, nothing you've served so far this evening has been appetizing, madam, so maybe no more games?
She kind of
Ulrich and Gurney just like
turns her head. Again, this mask is sort of a completely expressionless slate, so it's just kind of turn of the head, and then very slowly just sort of sweeps around away from you and continues walking back in the direction she came. Whatever your appetites, I bid you sit, talk, let us enjoy the evening.
I put my hands on Vesper's shoulders and I say, "We did come here to talk."
Okay, all right. Far be it from me to thumb my nose at hospitality, madam, so what is on the menu?
forgive us, we're weary.
And I'm hungry. And Felix says, "I'm crazy."
Yeah.
I hear that in a total Daffy Duck voice. I'm crazy.
She says,
I'll follow her.
"Okay."
Where she's up to the table.
You
Yeah, I guess.
as you kind of walk towards the table, you see her take a seat, again down at the far end. So you're sort of at the you're at one end of the table and she's at the other. The table's probably about 12 feet long. And you see her take a seat, and in the kind of the flickering candlelight, now that you're a bit closer, you can see that on either side of her chair, there are just sort of standing there three people. Three people on each side. They do not look like the sort of maids the hand servants that you just passed. These are three women who are wearing a dress almost exactly like the one this masked woman is wearing, minus the sort of high white collar and the headdress. They all are smiling. Their skin is sort of a porcelain white, and they're all identical.
Do I recognize any of them?
Let's see.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Oh.
Roll me
It's about to get real.
roll me a learning check, please.
Please go blind.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Did I do it right?
Is that D20 plus a D8?
Hey, that's that.
Nice.
That's
Eek, I
that.
mean,
Yeah, eek. Wow, that was.
well, get the bad rolls out now. Get the bad rolls out now.
I'm waiting.
I would like to use one of my d20s. Thank you, Tunarth.
Okay. All right.
That important.
This
I have
face.
4 or 5 of them.
This
27.
this face is one you have not seen in a while, and it takes you a little while to sort of jog your memory, but you do recall seeing. It's hard for you to place. It's hazy. Did you see this face at a party somewhere, in a painting? Could have been either of those. It could be. You could have met this person. You could have been introduced. But very slowly, it kind of clicks into place. The face of these women is, to the best of your knowledge, the face of the woman. The woman that you recall. So a long time ago, you recall being at some sort of royal event, and there was a lot of the church members there. You heard that Lord Simon was supposed to be there, but you never met him. You did, however, see this woman, and she was there. She was supposed to be there with him. You are fairly certain that she was introduced to you as Ileana Margulies.
Oh, Nelly.
This is like Kill Bill.
The strobe lights start.
Gents, there's 3.
6.
6.
3 on each side.
And they
We're
all
all
have the same
kinda-
face.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen,
And they all look like.
they're all Ileana.
Same person.
Well, then they're all dead. Okay, no.
That is-
Shit. Little, kink in the plan? Are you sure?
No, how can we be sure of anything? Madam, is it
The one in the middle's gotta be the
your
original.
vanity? You're all Ileana. All of you.
You seem tired. Would you like to sit? You need not stand around. Come, take a seat, and I will explain everything.
Let's sit.
That's it. I'm going to examine
Okay.
those chairs extremely carefully before I sit in them.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I am looking for traps, hidden buttons.
Shit.
I
Maybe we shouldn't sit
do
down.
not. I do
Maybe we
not
should
want
just
to.
shouldn't sit down.
I don't want it to become an Iron Maiden if I sit in it.
Okay.
That'd be
Now that you're
That'd be
like
awesome.
mentioning this, yeah, this is that's so likely.
and
This is some
knowing
Beetlejuice
knowing
shit.
what's happened so
Look
far.
at that smile! Look at that smile!
Yeah, see, the second he was like, "Oh, what are you
Like
looking
a
for?"
transformer.
Telltale. See, we got
On
the
to
DM,
you.
the DM fatigue. This is good. This is something that.
It's true.
Roll
Nice.
for
We're
it.
meditating this
I,
shit.
you don't know what I'm laughing at. I'm laughing
Run.
at you guys. I'm just laughing at you guys. You guys are funny.
Yes,
So
you've made us extremely
Overthinking
paranoid. Yes,
everything,
yes, you
yeah.
have.
Run.
Yes,
Oh,
you
we
have.
need to live. That was
Use
the one
your
thing we
eyes.
promised. Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to use all of the senses that I possess.
All of them.
All of them. I'll even lick it to make sure it's okay.
Oh.
I really want to know this chair is just a chair and it's not a trap. In any way, shape, or form. Magical, mystical, mechanical,
Oh my God.
in the form of booby, anything.
okay.
Ooh, maybe,
I want you to finish this roll, and then when we all sit down, they pull the chairs out from us.
the chairs weren't the problem. It was
The chairs weren't the
underneath
problem.
chair. The ground falls out. Yeah. Hold on. What if we ask for her little retinue to sit as well? They're like just standing
So,
next to her.
okay.
Right?
So you roll me a perception check if you want to investigate
Yeah.
these in depth.
I do. I want to look around a lot. Ulrich's like, I shouldn't be looking at these.
Is that
supple
right?
young
Did I just do that
ladies."
right or do I do it wrong?
Your perception is no, you're just
No,
your,
do it.
right.
your perception is 1d6, but it really wouldn't matter that much.
Yeah, because you rolled a healthy 3.
But I have another D20 I could use. I have another natural 20 that I could use.
You
Save
could, I guess.
Oh, jeez.
No way. We got all of our good rolls out last week.
Yeah.
This week,
Yeah.
It's the wheatening. That's
I
horrible.
don't bother. I sit down.
I wait and watch Felix.
Gertie.
Felix. Gertie.
I'll be the guinea pig.
Gertie,
Oh.
guinea pig.
Guinea pig. Gertie.
Ulrich's looking around
And I
and
wait,
he's
and I
just
look.
like, "You guys, is it just me or all these chicks look the same?"
Oh, I know. I'm just going to go banshee and go translucent so that if there's any kind of arm traps, I can just float right back out of them.
Okay.
And I'll
Oracle will just
sit.
be like, I'm too old for this shit, and just sit down
Okay.
slowly.
Congratulations.
Do you have any higher seats?
As you all sort of take your seats in, or as you move to sort of take your seats in the chairs, you see the 6 women that flank the throne here in form. They all very slowly walk around, and each of them will sort of stand behind and then take a seat in the chairs alongside you. So there's one basically next to everyone.
Gentlemen, may I introduce the lady Ileana?
Gurney turns to each of the women
May I
and says,
introduce
hello.
the lady, Ileana. May I introduce the
Ileana.
lady, Ileana.
Nice to meet you. Ileana.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
The
you.
lady is Ileana.
Uh,
She's party tricked herself to look like
oh.
everyone.
Ulrich's kind of quiet and he's just blushing, like, I'm not used to sitting next to women for dinner. And he starts kneeling with the food or whatever.
Yeah, is there any food in front of us?
Is there anything on the table?
The table is set with cutlery and goblets and plates, but there is no food on it.
Okay.
I have the feeling any food she gives us is going to be very, very lost boys. It will look like noodles. It will be worms.
You're doing it, Peter.
As you sit down, she kind of tilts her head, and then she leans forward, sort of saying, I'm glad we could have this time together. And as she does, as she sort of leans forward and begins to talk, you see all 6 of the women that are sitting next to you mimic the movement exactly.
I see.
They're all puppets.
No, of course not. It's quite complicated, but that's not what you came here to discuss. Are you hungry? You look famished. I was about to serve myself, but I figured I'd set the table for a few more.
You
I
already
have no
knew
interest
we
in
were here.
women.
Thank you, Ulrich. You know,
Coming out
I could,
at the table. Thank you.
it's okay, Ulrich. I don't like women either. And I just sit there gritting. Yes, we would enjoy some dinner. I think it would make talking much more relaxing. That's what we came here to do, talk to you.
Just talk, yes. Yes. 2 people just talking. People.
I think there's more than 2 people, right?
It doesn't have to be women. It doesn't matter that you're women.
It doesn't matter that you're women.
We're not having dinner together. I mean, this isn't a date.
So great. So
I'm just
great.
appalled. What is happening to this barbarian Templar?
Undone by women.
Undone. Defeated. What does she serve if she brings out food?
So there will probably be
So gross.
there will be a few minutes before anything is sort of brought out, and you guys you guys are sort of waiting. And she says, "But oh, how rude of me! You asked a question, and I think I should answer. You see, I was always and as you can see, I was always the pinnacle of beauty, or so everyone said. But one cannot always be looking in a mirror, and so I decided to make everyone around me reflect my own vision."
It certainly gets the
That's
job done.
stable.
You kind of
Fine visage.
Vesper feel all of you guys are kind of sitting next to these women who are they're not talking, they're just moving. And you actually notice that their skin is very pale. There's kind of like but it's not almost as if it's not like naturally that way. Some of it you can see like powder on the skin that seems to be lightening it. Vesper, you kind of notice that the one sitting next to you, there are sort of like long scars behind the jawline, and down the side. Like there are quite a few sort of surgical marks on her face that are sort of hidden by makeup.
Oh gosh.
Uh,
These are all mechanicals. These are all bodies she's used to make look like her.
we didn't come to look at how beautiful you are. We came to talk about Lord Simon. And you,
Exactly.
you being the one most close to him, as we understand it, would be able to tell us more.
Yes, I knew he would send you to me eventually.
He did it in a most esoteric way. At least, we assume so.
We didn't think it was gonna be like this. Dinner and a table, candlelight.
Then you do not know where he is.
We know where an echo of him has been.
So you come on his behalf, but not with instructions, not with deeds of his. Then why have you found me? Why is his scent so strong upon you?
Because he put something inside us. And we want to know why, and we want to know where he got it. Where the blood comes from.
She kind of leans back, this sort of expressionless porcelain face, just kind of turning slightly towards you, making sort of all the women at the table all kind of turn and face you, Gurney. Are you sure you want to know that? I believe it's already been disclosed. Have you not heard of the angels?
I know you're not feeble. And I know that although you stay down here, that there's still a city up there. A city that I love. And it is dying because of that feeble lie that the church told. I intend to find a way to stop this night. If it goes on forever, then eventually there will be nothing. Nothing of that glamour that you and I certainly fell in love with at one time.
You amuse me.
Thanks.
I find you interesting. Perhaps it might be worth sending you scurrying out into the world seeing what you can bring back. Is information truly what you want? Because I can tell you many things, but why should we trade away that which is precious for free? As this is talking, you guys hear. You kind of have sort of heard it the whole time. You're sitting at this table in basically just the flickering candlelight out, like immediately behind your back, and extending out how far you don't know is like solid darkness. However, you can, every so often when you're not talking or something, you can hear that there are noises coming from that darkness. There are sounds. There is scraping and shuffling, movement, creaking and cracking, sort of wet squelching and tearing. Just sort of echoing through the chamber, just sort of out of the reach of these small, kind of huddled candles.
I look to Vesper. What do we do? I look to Ulrich. What do we do?
Well, so we hear like the sound that's coming from a bunch of different places around, like a bunch of little sounds, or
More
like
of her
one
dancers.
big. Okay, so we're thinking dancers. I just want to make
That's
sure
what
it
I
isn't
think.
like
That's-
some freaky thing monster coming.
Well, I'm sure it's that too.
Okay.
She
Madam,
says, "Oh, go ahead."
you know angels is a lie. I know angels is a lie. It's a clever trick, though. Very clever. And you were beautiful. You were.
You totally are.
So are your puppets aping what you once were? You are inconsequential, clearly, in stopping this. But Simon seems to be the key. Unless you do hold more information. But I'm tired of your dancers. I'm tired of Jolestina. I'm tired of your games. You're either going to kill us here or let us go. Either give us the information to find Simon or let us go.
She kind of puts her hands down on the table, and you actually kind of hear the sort of the weight of her hands on this sort of wooden table, and you realize that they don't sound like they don't sound like sort of flesh. You know, she kind of leans in with that sort of blank, expressionless stare, and says, "Oh, child, I know so much more than I would have ever hoped to. It's always been quite a burden, but I am generous to those who worship, those who do for me, as you have no doubt seen. And I can impart this gratitude on you if we can find an accord that serves us both."
What do you want? Gratitude. You call those dancers dancing for decades. That's your gratitude? No, madam. But dude, what do you want?
I will tell you, but first, I have one simple question. What is it that you want from me? A simple answer? A truth? A direction?
A quest.
We want to know the location of Simon and we want to pass out of here unharmed.
Simon, my love, he is gone from me. I cannot tell you where he is.
Cannot or will not.
Would that I only knew myself, but he has obscured himself from me.
At the very least, he's alive.
We are
No, he didn't like your gratitude.
no longer connected in the way we once were, and it troubles me at night. It troubles me every moment, but I cannot direct you to him.
Do you want him back?
Well, connected how? Like matrimony, love?
Mm.
Not that I know about that stuff.
I love you. So much.
He's just kind of curious to like.
She says, I want him back, but really, I just want his mind.
That doesn't sound like a healthy relationship, you guys.
I
That
turn
was-
to
that was-
Vesper
yeah.
and I say, this is why we came here. If she can't tell us where Simon is, we have to get something that makes this trip not in vain.
True.
Her head.
Ooh,
Mm,
cat, kitty.
if, madam, if you don't know where Simon is, then all of this is your own machination. All of this is your own power. So you don't even need Simon. If this is how powerful you are, what can Simon give you?
Child, what does any of us need? Do you need your life back? Your moldering corpse? What do you need?
Well, not molded yet.
Shit.
Ah,
She flipped it back.
Oh,
she totally did.
Oh my
man.
God. I know what we need.
What do we need?
If we
God.
can't get Simon fixed. I mean, if we can't get Simon from her, then we at least have to
Killer.
undo some of the sacrifices that have been made. And I just sort of look over to Felix.
Kill Felix.
No,
No,
he's
no,
going.
not kill.
He's going crazy.
So we kill him.
No, God.
Sorry. Sorry. My brain's too old for this.
No, not
Not
kill him.
We need direction. If we can't get the direction here, then we need to leave here with something of equal value.
So I'm not
Something that
killing
will help
anyone.
us survive out there.
What would be of equal value?
Value?
Aye.
I don't know. Simon's pretty high up there.
But if she doesn't know where Simon is, I wish I could
Ooh.
undo
We
all of this
need-
puppetry that
I
she's
know.
got
No,
going.
here's the thing. We know we need to confront Simon. We need to know his weaknesses.
Well, should we ask
Oh,
to like do a sidebar
brilliant.
or?
At
Right?
the very least, we did
we're
come
just
here
talking over the table.
to arrange
Right?
perhaps a meeting with Simon. If we cannot, we will do that ourselves, but we'll be more prepared. We need to know more about him. What was he
Okay.
like when you last left him? Is he boiled high with the blood? Is he still himself? At least as you left him?
My love, was a brilliant man, but he became obsessed with something that I could not provide him. At first, when we met, he was so young, so spry. He thought I was the most perfect and beautiful thing he'd ever seen. And then, one day, something else pulled his attentions, his mind, all his thoughts away. For he found something else, something more beautiful.
The blood.
Oh. No, of course not.
Then what?
The
What could be more
angels, of
beautiful than you?
course.
They're not angels, and you know it. You know it. That is the blood. So devils then? Demons?
No. I always thought the church. Go on.
What can I say? I'm not. I'm not a religious person. I never was. All I know is whatever it was that took his mind. It is what he focused on. It is what he worked for. It is everything to him.
His experiments.
No. It's an obsession.
Well, the angels were the blood. The blood were part of the experiments we saw him do in his operating theater.
Yes, but.
The blood came from angels, which were corrupt something, not angels at all.
You clearly have had extensive work with the pure blood, and you know it inside and out, more so than either of us do.
I don't know that.
Is there any way to negate it?
Who are you talking to? You talking to?
To her,
Eliana?
Oh.
Eliana. Yeah.
She says, I have no blood. I have given mine away.
You're bloodless.
That is what they say.
She's immortal. Ish.
Ish.
So that's like a figurative thing to say, not like a literal. Because I was like, is that why she's so pale? It's like literally no blood, or
I mean,
Aye. She
how
has
do you
power
sustain
enough
yourself?
to keep these. Yeah, aye.
No, that is an interesting story, and one I might share. But, oh, I know so little about any of you. Why?
Oh.
Why not? Why not become friends? Let us talk. What is it that you come here for?
I find myself parched.
like you want to be my girlfriend? Oh.
Gentlemen, I have a feeling time may be different in this place.
Well, have you seen the night sky? It's never ending. We have all the time in the world.
Not for the living. Not for the living. Not here. That's my fear.
Your fear is unfound. As I start playing with my napkin, trying to like unfold it.
Okay.
She says, indulge me. Who
What do you want to know?
who will you be when the night ends?
And Gurney smiles very broadly.
Go for it, Gurney.
All right.
Spotlight's on you.
I'm going to be a man in a city that he loves, with colleagues that he respects, and in return respect him. And I am not going to be a faith keeper like the rest of this city has succumbed to. I hope to bring the Karagul Academy higher than it ever was. And I already know how.
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Once I end this night, personally, if I have to, I'll go deeper. Deeper, as deep as Palemore goes. And I'll bring what I find back up and make it higher. I will lift this city if I have to, with my bare hands.
You know,
Nice.
for a man so steeped in the words that he so despised, you sound so much like him.
Men of ideals.
But I
I'm
do not
learning.
inflict my ideals on others. That is our difference.
Is that true?
I'm sure he's never been a victim of such things. I, however, bear that mark. Forever, I expect. And I reveal my fistula.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Right?
This is a constant reminder of what happens when a smart man becomes a selfish man.
You, I think, most of all, will come to empathize with my love. For you sound so like him.
Gurney is suddenly really weirded out. Oh,
You stand there like that, like,
yeah, he's like, are these glasses filled with anything? He's Vesper. You have,
A new
he legitimately seems caught off guard.
I'm not old enough to drink.
Gurney,
guys can have
she
mine.
likes playing with your mind. She may not be completely wrong, but neither are you. Madam, what we hope to end this night, to end this corruption of the blood that is polluting our city and our people. It may mean we may not keep our lives as they are in this constant night, I know, but I'm willing to go that far to end this and the suffering of your puppets and the dancers and the girls partying on and on and on and on. Those masked,
So sinful.
Tell me
obsessions of skin.
Tell me something, child. Do you believe any of them are here of any will other than their own?
I think you've mastered a very clever trick. I think they were lured here, and now they're stuck.
maybe they don't even realize what's happening to them.
Exactly.
That was saying that out of character. Shit.
Exactly.
They exult.
It's crazy.
Sorry. Give me 1 second.
Poor bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Poor bastards. It could be possible that they did come here of their own will.
Sure,
People
lured.
don't
Like
know
Jolestina was luring us in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But- right?
Okay. That's probably how everybody. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Parties,
that's
more
what this district is about.
Luring in.
About-
That's what this exactly. And the drugs and they want to hit. They want to feed. Come on in and then trapped. This is a human fly trap, a human energy soul fly trap.
and we fell for it.
Ulrich's giving you guys the look of like, give the signal and I'll just start swinging.
Yes, but you've got the lantern and you've already come out the other side. So we may have a devil's bargain.
I don't want to give that knowledge to her.
Then again.
She kind of
Yeah, she could take the lantern from us. That's what I'm worried about
We've
too.
already died once, so
It's okay,
I think
it's
we have a
okay.
little bit of leg up, like an extra.
I'm not
Point.
doing that again.
No.
No.
Okay,
I agree.
so-
I agree.
Want to do that?
She continues. Yes.
she just kind of steeples her fingers and says, "Perhaps you are just unaware of things that move around you. Everyone here, everyone locked in the throes of pleasure, are devoted not to me. I am simply a mouthpiece."
A mouthpiece to whom?
Yeah.
For whom?
She kind of turns her head towards the ceiling and says, "To that which does not have a name, the voice of ecstasy."
Felix, do you know what she means?
He
Is that what you sensed?
he's been sort of
Good
having
one.
like a nervous breakdown, sort of in his chair, just kind of like he doesn't
So,
really have,
so every other
yeah.
day.
And
yeah.
he's just kind of shivering, and he says, There's a lot of voices, but there's one. I can hear it. It's all. The whole district hears it. It's not a voice. There's no words. It's just. I can't explain it.
It's in the blood.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
But
It's a
you've all
pulse.
got the blood, yes, and you don't hear it.
Not that blood.
It's different.
Um,
Simon
We've
put
got the
something
pure
in us.
blood. Yeah. This is the infection.
At least we assume Simon did it.
So.
And she said we have his rank odor on us. So at least that confirms, hopefully, something.
Oh man, I swear I put some major pieces together for a second, but I lost it. Oh, I thought I
You
had the
lost
craziest idea. Like, oh
You're
man,
going
I thought I
crazy!
had it.
Just
I
like
almost
Felix.
I
had a
don't
revelation.
understand.
That was nuts.
You
Okay.
can't put it together. There are no words
Can't.
for it.
I can't. Okay.
She
It's too heavy. All right.
She says, I hear the bell. Our meal will be joining us soon. So why don't we make our bargain? You ask one thing of me, and I will ask one thing of you.
You may certainly try. Ask your question, madam.
Ooh.
Oh, not a question.
A request then.
Well,
A favor.
A Oh.
I don't think Oaks can kiss you.
Only, yeah, just favors within the Lord's eyes. But
Good,
yes.
Good clarification. Thank you.
Nice.
I would ask of you, madam, what you know of the fog that sometimes takes place here in Palemore. An ill fog carrying an ill wind.
She kind of tilts her head as she says, "You sound like you're hallucinating."
I think that was too big a question. Shit, it was
Shit,
really
yeah.
smart though, but I
Damn.
think
I just no,
Alright.
I do just want to I do
that.
just want to point out this is out of character. I feel like this is necessary to point out. Fog's not necessarily in Palemore.
Oh yeah, ouch. Oh, it's in the other.
You've only
Okay.
seen the fog
In the
in
land.
the flip side.
in the
Shit.
dream.
Side.
no,
Okay.
that's not true because we
That's-
saw the woman at the gate wailing and crying and all those other widows.
That now the yellow fog we're talking about.
Ooh, hold on. Is this? No, I'm thinking of the Queen. Shit.
Yeah.
Then ask him.
And
Ask
the
her
woman
about
in
some
white
babies or
wailing and
something.
crying, right? About where he got the baby.
Oh, do we ask?
We just
about,
passed that.
So what should I?
do
the-
we ask about the baby?
Oh, the baby. Oh shit. Yes.
We need to
Well,
know
he
whether.
already asked a question.
No, no.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't know the answer because she thinks.
She said, yeah.
crazy.
The 8-ball said, "Ask again." So,
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Do we ask about the baby?
Well, we have to ask
Yeah.
about if it was possible, if it was done, because maybe she knows the queen better than
So
any of
maybe I'll
us.
just ask it like nonchalantly, like, and the Queen, how are her children?
Oh shit, dude, that's mean.
That was probably the wrong way to ask
Is-
it.
But that was probably
No,
the wrong.
no, that's
Yeah.
great.
Uh,
Margot and I were never friends. She despised me and everything I was. But my love attended to her when he was called upon.
Oh.
I do not know what happened to her. I know he was tasked with giving her a child. And
that's enough. Don't. You can spare me those details. That part.
he worked quite long on it. I think he tried and failed many times before he vanished.
Oh.
Exactly. Did you know? Were they successful? Did she have a child? Did they create a viable child?
She kind of ponders for a second. She says, "If I answer that question, I feel it may open up more doors to things you are not quite capable of understanding."
Try me.
Very well. But first, my request. And as she says this, you see, you hear kind of stepping out of the darkness, a few of these sort of faceless maids walk out, and each of them puts a very small, like a soup bowl down in front of you on your plates. This kind of dark
Oh.
brownish broth. And she says, "If you will listen to it, and if you agree, then we will toast and enjoy a meal. If not, well, then I'm afraid you're on your own."
That is
An
the
ultimatum.
soup is a lie.
I'm willing to hear her out. I'm willing to hear her out.
Is
I'm
the
willing to hear
soup
out.
like?
I mean,
This is
does the
not
soup
soup.
what
Popping
does it
like
smell like?
hexes from
I'd like to-
Ferngully right now.
It's brown, kind of murky.
Coagulated blood.
Is
Golden
it
brown.
warm? Is it like?
Yeah,
does it
it's
smell-
definitely warm.
All
How does
right,
it smell? Does it smell
Does
like
it smell
food?
tomato soup? Do I have some like
No,
chicken noodle?
no,
Beef
Are there
stew?
alphabet letters in it?
it doesn't really.
Waiter,
doesn't
my
really
soup
it
has
doesn't
no,
really
there's no
sm-
pea in my soup.
It doesn't
Or
really
it's like,
smell familiar.
Give me your G's, O's, and T's.
Yeah,
Um,
can we get some croutons?
You,
Waiter.
as she
Waiter.
she sits there, she says, "When my love began his obsession, I tried in vain to return his gaze to me. He spoke so long and with such passion about his angels that I did the only thing I could. I decided to find a way to become like they were. And so I went down to the Stitched Sisters, and I gave them the only thing that could take away my loneliness. I gave them my heart. I would like you to get it back."
It sounds like a noble quest, if you ask me.
I like this.
Yeah, I like this quest a lot, actually.
I like this.
And what will you do with your heart, madam?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know what state it is in. They have had it for so long.
She's ready to give it to me, if you ask.
Oh, that's so cute.
Does Ulrich look charmed? Has he been?
uh, not technically, no, but his face is definitely a little
He's
red.
just
He's
awkward.
very,
Alright.
He's
very,
an old awkward man.
Just.
Mm.
he's acting very bashful.
Alright.
This is his first.
Now I'm assuming
This
that
makes
the
no
Stitch
sense.
Sisters. No, it's kind of does make sense. I mean, nothing tonight makes sense, but these sisters, I'm assuming they won't want to just. You're not going to give us a receipt, and they'll just give it back to us.
I like sisters. They're very kind and generous folk. Good lordly people.
How
They aren't going to give it to us. Yeah.
how you do it does not really concern me.
Mm-hmm.
Where are these Stitched Sisters?
They inhabit the dredge swamp that has claimed the ruins of an old town called Briarstone.
Gurney makes that noise.
Did you try the soup, Gurney?
It's
What's up?
It's very pungent. Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, Briarstone. Briarstone.
Briarstone. Okay.
I think we know the way to Briarstone.
Very well. And then do we have an accord?
I look to Vesper.
We're going to Briarstone to retrieve the heart of an immortal,
Bloodless.
bloodless entity here. To what end?
She just wants it back. That's all.
It's like giving a madman the keys to a very dark something. I was going to say Ferrari, but that's not something we would know about.
Ooh, maybe we can ask
That new
her.
carriage that just came out.
Right?
She said that she wasn't on like the best terms with the queen, right? But
No, she
She
wasn't.
he
hates the
was
queen.
on terms. What if
Simon
she
is-
could arrange an audience though?
So here's
No,
she
They-
wants.
no, they
Oh,
despised. She just the queen despised her.
Well,
Understandable
still,
so,
like if Maleficent
because-
was like, "Oh, come to my party," you know they would go. Like, it's
I
kind
don't understand.
of yeah, no, okay.
Okay, but here's what she's saying. We just need to go to Briarstone, check out these Stitched Sisters, get her heart back, and she will.
Well,
did you-
what? She doesn't know where
Be
Simon
my
is.
girlfriend.
No, she doesn't, but she does have word about the Queen and the result of Simon's efforts to give her a child. I think.
Well,
I think
she-
that is
that's
where-
To know that.
So she said she would give you the answer to your question now, as long as you made the pact with her.
I think this is a good trade because honestly, there's not much else we can get here because she doesn't know where Simon is. And
Is this like unbreakable vow stuff right now? It's like,
yes, we have to agree to this or else we get no
Also-
answer.
Also,
alright.
that heart may be useful to us.
I do not want to talk about that in front of her.
You're pitching betraying her like right before we did it.
Madam, we will go and retrieve this heart.
Very well. Then we have a deal. Let us drink to commemorate it. And she kind of very slowly sort of lifts her her kind of soup bowl. And you see all of the 6 other women do the same.
I'll lift it, but I'm not going to drink from it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna sniff it a little bit, probably.
Doesn't really. It smells kind of pungent.
I'm going to.
My lips are going nowhere near that liquid.
I'm going to pour it in my fistula.
Save it for later.
She's like, bear in mind again, she has like a porcelain mask on, so she's like holding this and like just staring at you guys.
I look to the rest of you. Come on, guys.
I'm not drinking it.
Well, she can't drink it either through that thing, so
You
yes.
yeah. Raising it.
And I kind of, I'll put it on my I'll make it look, and I'll do the little mustache. Oops, excuse me. Use the napkin.
Gertie looks to you, Vesper. He says, "You have to do this."
No, I have given her my word that I will retrieve a heart.
And yet you refuse this meal she's provided for us.
Yes. Madam, I cannot consume food.
I don't know, maybe I'll have to roll deception. I don't know if I should try it even, but I was gonna try to bluff.
I
and
don't
be like,
wanna
She
try to-
can't.
Persuade Vesper.
I'll try to. I'll. You can back it up. You can try that next, and just 'cause
Sure,
I'll try to
sure,
be
sure.
like oh,
Go
she
ahead,
actually
Ray.
she can't
I know.
eat because she's actually a little banshee-ish
Because
at times.
I'll wait
I'll-
and see what
I'll
happens.
dip. I'm gonna. Yeah, I am keeping my Hawkeye on Gurney. I'll dip my finger in it and draw a heart on the table.
Starts like acid on the table.
Right.
It's like
I'm
alien
expecting
blood.
it. Yeah.
Oh god. Well, if Gurney
What is
poured it himself and he's not having, well, I don't know.
Well,
That's a
I'm
freaking
gonna.
How do you feel,
death
Gurney?
fistula to another dimension or something. So small wonder if that doesn't
Is
get
she
infected.
okay
pouring
with me?
death soup? in
You
it.
know, fistulaing it because it's going one way or another into the same place.
Give me 1 second.
She's probably like seen that before. No joke. Like, oh, okay,
Right.
that's one way to eat.
It's one
My
way.
old colleague used to eat through her mouth down there. You might have met her on the way in. Oh, God.
Yeah. Nothing good can come from any kind of meal at this House of Horror.
No,
Yeah.
but
all
not our
we agree.
house.
In the middle of our street. Sorry.
I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom very quickly while you guys make
Okay.
a big deal out of eating this delicious soup
Nice.
that she
Nice.
just made for us.
You can
Right
rush
here.
to the bathroom, but don't try to actually go to the bathroom quickly.
All right.
That might hurt you.
So,
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself.
I
Rush there,
will-
Don't rush it.
here's the thing. Vesper, I will
Yes.
allow you to. I will allow you to make a presence roll if you want to sort of essentially intimidate or kind of
Sway her.
probably not sway her, but convince her that you are completely unflexible on this, basically.
Okay.
I do not eat. I am on a strict diet. And give her the eye, like, come on, girl. You know what I mean.
Is that right? A D6 on persuasion?
Your presence is
1d6?
yes.
2d6?
Yeah, 1d6. Okay.
Can I use one of my 20s?
Yeah, if you
For
want.
my,
Yeah, if you want to.
I do not want this. I do not want this dark gift.
All right. So as you sort of, as you kind of put the bowl down, and you stand very, very firm. You see her kind of set hers down on the table, and sort of stand up, and kind of walk around the back of the chair, of her large, high-backed chair, sort of disappearing into the darkness briefly.
Oh, here
They-
comes.
You offended her.
No, I think she's got another course coming.
Oh.
She's either offended or taking the offensive. Perhaps we should get ready.
Vesper, as you
Always.
as you're sort of standing there conversing with Ulrich, you hear a sort of a breath from behind you, and you see sort of out of the darkness this sort of white mask almost kind of pushes its way out of the shadow, like right next to you. And she's kind of looking directly at you. She says, I am disappointed. I thought we would have a simple agreement.
We have a simple agreement. I think you want to complicate it.
Gurney is willing to do this.
Perhaps a simple handshake will solve the problem. Each custom has their own ways of, sealing agreements.
She kind of tilts her head and leans back a bit. She says, that is... Oh, why not? It amuses me. Will you, if you will not drink with me, if you not break bread, will you simply seal this deal with a handshake?
What does her hand look like?
She is wearing. You can see she's wearing
Survey.
Weird tentacles and shit.
No, it's a long black elbow length like opera glove.
Nice.
So they're gonna shake her hand, and me, I'm gonna be the only one who's gonna drink the soup.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry, bro.
I go, Felix, bottoms up.
Yeah, Felix isn't here. He can't defend himself. He
Oh
has
my
to do
god,
that.
do we have to roll for it for Felix?
For what?
Yeah.
I assume Felix will
He's
just
gonna
do
drink-
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nice.
encourage Felix to do it with me.
Felix,
He's just like, what? And the plate's already empty.
right? What? Felix, do you feel better or worse with that bowl of whatever that is?
Bowl of brown.
Brown.
It's warm.
And
I don't know. It does. I don't feel anything.
What about Bruni?
How brown is it? I forgot to ask that. Is it like
it's
beef stew brown or like a very rich dark brown?
Probably like a
Super dark iron
probably like
brown.
a silty beef soup.
Oh, is
So pretty brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
this. I still think this is coagulated blood. Something. I still think this is just nasty.
Yeah, like black pudding brown. That's what I was kind of thinking.
Right.
No, it's
Right?
it's like a
I just drank this. Stop
My
making it sound
girlfriend
worse.
makes some weird freaking brown soup like that. It's basically blood. So,
Yeah.
no, it's not like ooze.
I'm not
it's
joking.
not like
This is Filipino food.
it doesn't look
It's
like
good.
coagulated blood.
Okay.
Ah!
Okay. It's not like chocolate.
Well, it doesn't now. This is whole. She's lost boying us.
Okay.
This is gonna be like.
Okay.
You guys are on your own. Me and Felix are enjoying the soup.
Ulrich is pretty
real?
hungry.
Does it
so-
look like real soup, like actual food that's consumable?
It depends on your standard, I guess.
I'll do
Is it
a taste
5-star or
test.
4-star?
I'll do a legitimate like taste test right now, just for because we can't. Gurney doesn't know.
I'm so
Yes, Felix is incomprehensible.
I don't have
So
any
I'll do a
taste
taste
buds.
test right now. I'll do the Yelp review.
It is not pleasant. It has a very pungent taste to it, almost as if it's sort of been either made from some kind of tainted meat, or has been left out for a long time.
This is decades old fucking soup from when they first all died.
It's leftover. They
might not wanna eat
used
that.
this in the microwave.
I'm okay. I grab an empty cup and just. Cheers.
Oh my god.
Oh, all right then. Moving on. Yeah.
Furball.
You're the only one who hasn't done it, who hasn't sort of sealed your bargain, Vesper.
She's holding. She's
Oh, I
literally
sealed my
holding out her
bargain.
hand.
How did that? Did I miss that? When did that happen?
Did you leave her hanging?
I said I give you my word. We will retrieve a heart.
She needs physical contact,
I think.
and not. Don't make it weird. Just handshake. Not girl on girl.
She sort of stands before you, kind of tilts her head to the side, and you see her very slowly pull the glove off of her hand.
Jesus.
The hand that you see is like white, like porcelain. And you can
Like-
That's good. That's
You-
a lot
you can
better than
see-
it could have been.
you can see there are sort of little black black lines at the joints, so it sort of articulates, but it looks like
Corpse.
like a doll's hand.
It's a corpse.
I mean,
Hey, it's a doll. That's crazy. No, it might be a doll. That's nuts.
No, have you seen corpse hands where the fingernails go black and the joints go black?
no, it doesn't. No, I mean it looks like porcelain, like
Okay.
polished white, smooth surface.
Okay. I will take it and shake it.
Well, I mean, before you do that, she kind of, with her other hand, just slides what looks like a pin out of the back, and the hand, like the porcelain. You see the porcelain itself. She kind of twists and pulls off, and as she's pulling it
Oh,
away,
God.
you see this sort of, almost as if it's almost like sticking to the inside of the sort of the porcelain arm that she's taking off is like red, meaty, raw. It looks like meat that has been stuffed inside this sort of shape, and she kind of
She
like
literally degloved herself.
and as she
Literally.
Oh god.
she's just very casually sort of reaching towards your hand.
I will
Yeah.
totally shake that meat.
Not
Okay.
not too hard.
Okay. It is warm and sticky, and it's just, you feel it kind of like oozing in your fingers, and as she does, you hear a soft and then as she does, she withdraws her hand, and as she kind of takes this porcelain arm back, you almost see the fingers sort of like almost see like themselves kind of like pushing themselves in, and with a kind of a wet kind of relatches this arm on. There.
Interesting. I'll take a napkin from the table and just...
That wasn't so hard, was it?
Not at all, madam.
Apparently not.
And now let's forgive us for not staying for the rest of the meal. We should get going.
She also
to
needs to
retrieve this
answer our
thing.
question.
Thank you for your
Oh,
time.
question.
Yes, we need our answer as well.
Yes, you wanted to know. I'm trying to remember. I didn't actually write it down, so I'm trying to look through my notes here. Trying to remember exactly your phrasing. You wanted to know
How do we win the game?
that I don't know the answer to.
It's a sad fact.
We asked a couple of things,
What
but
was it?
No, it was the last one.
queen-
That whole glove
did,
thing, I
did,
can't get over
did the
that.
queen?
Oh, right.
Did the queen have a viable?
Right, that's the one.
child?
Was it?
Okay.
Yes.
I-
Was Lord Simon's efforts successful? I guess.
Yes. So she will say,
because she had many that weren't viable.
now to your question. Margol attempted many times to conceive, but when she could not, she called in the church, and Simon made it his personal project. She's gonna kind of like turn her masked face towards Felix, and then back to the rest of you guys. She says, when fancy strikes you, head towards the Grand Cathedral on the Eastern Tower. There is a workshop there. I do not know who did the work, but I believe my love performed a few tests. From what I am aware of, there were more than one, and none of them were successful. What happened to them, I don't know. But
So they're not dead.
But of more interest is the how and the why.
Aye.
You see, he was an obsessed man. He thought only of his own blood, of his own angels. And so who do you think he turned to fix her problems, the same way everyone turned to him to fix theirs?
Callum?
You no.
Or the angels?
Yes.
The angels. But did Simon and Callum create these angels?
She turns to Gurney. She says, "What do you think?"
I try to put on the best poker face I can and just raise my eyebrows a little and say nothing.
Wow.
She kind of cocks her head. She says, "I notice you have something with you You are the only one that wears a mask. Have you ever told anyone?
gosh.
Have you ever told anyone where you got it?
Well,
No.
Have you ever wondered why it was hollow?
If you're trying to garner anything from me, I think it would. And he can't help it. He says,
why? Go ahead, tell me.
Have you not been back? Have you not seen them again?
I've been a bit busy, if you hadn't noticed.
Very well then. One day you will tell them. And she kind of turns her head away.
He just grits his teeth and bites his lip and just looks away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, looks like Gurney's got
Okay.
some secrets.
We have some explaining to do.
Have I answered your question to your satisfaction? Or are there holes that still need to be filled?
Fuck this bitch.
Are there holes, Gurney? Oh shit. Oh
I
man.
get up and I walk out. I'm done.
Uh,
Of course I want more, but gosh, no.
Yeah,
rude.
this is.
I
this is
love her. She's
Creepsville.
so rude.
Yeah, I'll just give her the nod and follow Gurney then, and be like, "Come on, Felix, make sure
We'll be on our
Apparently-
way.
he doesn't get fall
Apparently
behind."
someone does. And when we get back, I think that'll be null and void.
she
Killer.
She kind of stands up. She says, "A pity our meal will be cut so short. But I have enjoyed our time here together. And I hope you have too. I know you'll be back. Some of you have
Yes.
heard the call louder than others. And to you, my young scholar, when you do return to your hallowed halls one day, please tell them I may need another, for mine seems to have perished.
Another what?
Nah, that's just for them. She's trying to be all
Spoopy.
yeah for the last word.
If anybody's still alive, I'll put that word in.
I think they might be.
It's the most comforting thing you've told me all night.
Yes, we're sorry dinner got cut short, but we look forward to cutting you short next time.
Oh, I think we'll all
Try
enjoy.
to slip it in.
I think we'll all enjoy it.
Not as much as me. Maybe.
He's not lying. You should see the ballroom you threw us in.
Of course I saw it. It's quite entertaining.
Oh, I hate
I don't
her.
think we're gonna get the last word with this chick. Like,
We should
just
leave.
Let's
let-
go.
let's all just like walk out like facing her, walking backwards. Like,
Our walking animations are like
That's
that.
too respectful. That's
Yeah.
completely too respectful. I'm just going to leave.
All
I'm
right.
just going to leave.
if we're trying to disrespect her,
give me-
I'll-
Give me one.
Please, keep Jolastina from molesting us further, please. Can you do that?
the very least.
Give me 1 second. I gotta remember something.
Oh.
Okay. Ulrich will let out a nice old man fart to leave her with.
Classy. Always classy.
He kind of like, you see him kind of like wafting his coat. Just like,
I'm already out the door. I'm already out the door.
Okay.
I am not even.
That's a good call.
No.
Very
No.
good call.
All right.
No,
No, we're not allowed to leave yet. That's the problem. That's why I did that, because
The-
GM says we can't leave yet.
No, I was just trying to remember something that I forgotten to write down exactly. So you guys are making your way out, and the doors will sort of be opened for you as you sort of walk through the darkness towards them, and as they creak open, you sort of see on the other side of them is a very darkened hallway. It does not look like the one that you came in.
Well, we're going the same direction.
As far
Like
as-
we're back out. That's different.
More games to let us leave? Is that it, Liana?
You sort of turn around to look back at her. She is no longer there.
No.
Well,
Of course.
if she
There's-
wanted us
Alright.
dead,
There's-
she could have killed us by now.
It's true.
Let's do it.
It's true. I'll phantasm some lights.
I want to walk forward in this darkness like fucking Aragorn and Lord of the Rings 3.
As you
I'm not afraid of the hooves of the mountain shit.
as you
The mountain path.
step through the darkness, you hear kind of your foot touch marble. You kind of you see up ahead of you a very kind of soft, like some soft shafts of blue light, and you kind of see dust covered furniture in the darkness.
Ah, yes.
You guys appear to be standing in a darkened foyer.
Great.
That's a little familiar.
Good.
Good.
We've bypassed the rest of the.
Okay, so we're back to the
Palace.
entrance.
We're out of the
Okay.
party.
She kind of. Thank goodness if we had to walk back through all that. Eek. So
Okay,
at least she's
alright.
not that bad. At least she validated our parking, basically.
Okay.
Ouch,
We make
ouch,
our way
ouch,
to the
ouch.
front door, hopefully to leave if we can move out of this foyer. Hopefully
The
nothing's
door
locked.
the door that you walk down a little bit farther, and the front door seems to be in front of you.
Thank goodness.
Great.
That
Let's go.
stupid chick's just like, don't forget your eyes. It's
Yeah,
just like,
please.
God,
Is my bowl
I'm-
of
Yeah.
fistula eyes still there?
God.
The bowl is there, but
Yes.
everything in it seems to be like dry and like a husk and just rotted. You can see flies kind of swarming around it.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it, Gurney.
It
Leave.
So those
it-
people were dancing for a really, really long time, yeah.
Decades.
We should consider ourselves lucky. We're probably the first guests she's ever had that ever walked out of this.
That was probably the best thing we've ever done, not gouging our eyes out in this quest. So good on you for that, Gurney.
Aye.
That was the best thing we've done this entire campaign.
Points.
I
10
mean,
points to Gryffindor.
10 points. Gurney door.
Yeah,
To Gryffindor.
yeah.
I'm. Hey,
Let's.
Is that
out-
one
kinda-
chick?
kinda- I'm a-
Yeah, let's-
I guess
let's
you could
get
say
out
I myself am a little keeney, and there's a little keeney inside me.
of
I want to try the doors. Let's go.
Let's
The
get
do-
out of here.
the doors will the heavy wooden door will open. You guys are eventually let out onto the path that, through the yard, the garden that led up to the manor, standing once again on a dark moon under a darkened sky. However,
Yeah. What color is the moon? Oh my God.
hold on, as you guys
Oh
No.
exit
Don't.
the building,
Continue.
you find you find that the sky itself is a sort of not exactly the same sort of bright full moon style of bluish, purplish that it was. It is now much closer to a sort of a purplish black, shot through with kind of little like with clouds that sort of are tinged just a bit. The moon is bigger in the sky than it was before. It is still full. However, it seems to have been roughly. It seems to have roughly doubled in its diameter, as far as you can tell.
Wow.
So
What color is it?
it's pretty. It's
It is
white,
a.
right? Or-
It is a sort of It is a very pale yellowish. Though, the more you look at it, the more sort of you see
creepy it gets.
tinges of other colors. Kind of, it looks different. Like the more like you kind of think it's green, but then like no, it looks more blue or kind of
Do we
looks a little
know-
red.
Do we remember, like, and I'm just asking the team, like, when the moon's bigger, that's kind of a bad thing, right? And I don't mean to jinx us right now.
I haven't paid attention.
Like, yeah, I think we've been really focused on the color a lot, but I swear there's been one more time in the past when the moon was, like, double sized or whatever, like, bigger than it is, like, now.
I gaze out into this fucked up district. Does it look the same as we left it? The buildings, at least.
Like, I swear when we met that Callum guy was really big, but I don't know. Well, this is something to note. Let's just know that if we run into extra trouble on our way out, let's keep that in mind.
I feel like we need to like
Mhm.
get a newspaper and carry around our horoscopes.
Right?
Yeah.
Palemore horoscope probably is like freaking sells like hotcakes. Oh my god.
Man.
With
Hey.
fan art.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know we need to go
More like
east,
a
right?
fanzine.
Yeah, there you go. Fanzine. So need to head east, right, to the Grand Cathedral.
Yep. Oh wait, no, we got to get the heart first.
I thought that was there. Oh shit.
No, it's in
Never mind.
Briarstone. We remember where
Oh
Briarstone.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was like
Do you?
all the way. Yes.
Okay.
Do
Don't
you
we?
know?
It-
Do
it
you know
was,
how you got there?
Lantern, right?
No,
Oh, shit.
hold on.
Oh shit! Lantern
Hold on.
time.
No, hold on.
Light up, bro.
We went to
Mm-hmm.
that bloody district over in I forget the name of it. It's not so we are in the Sanguinary district currently. We went
No, you're not.
to
You're not. You're in the Alabaster right now.
the Alabaster. That's right. No, we need to go to the Sanguinary.
The Sanguinary is a
Dare we?
subset of the Cathedral district.
That's right. Okay, so the key.
Okay. Okay.
So just to reinforce your memories in case you didn't take notes or whatever, you guys
I
had
just have a lot of notes.
you guys had originally gone
Yeah.
into the Sanguinary, which is a sub-district of the cathedral where the Lunaris Temple was. You went down
That's
into
right.
the Lunaris Temple, and in its depths you found a chapel. Where you were attacked by soldiers from from Ulrich's
Right.
homeland. They stole something out of the altar, and in order to escape, the only way you had was either back up through the temple or the way they came. You decided to use the lantern instead. So you used the lantern, you pressed a button, and the altar turned into an elevator that took you down. And as it exited, you found yourself basically at the top of the valley where Briarstone was, the old Briarstone was.
Right.
You don't actually know where that is on the map, because if you recall, Gurney, you had never seen this part of the city before.
So, what we assumed was we had to travel into the past, in a way. But I've never heard of Briarstone.
She said it was a village. I mean, it might. She said it
Yes,
was.
we've heard of
She said it was.
Briarstone.
She said it was village ruins, which means it might have been before your time.
Okay, so what I think we should do is go back to the cathedral district, go to the Lunaris Temple area, and try to go either back into it or explore the top ground and see if there is any sign of that. Because the problem with that is that when we got into that town, we saw forests
Yeah.
beyond it.
Yeah, it was like a mountain valley kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think what we need to do right now is I'd say we try to go back to the Cathedral District because we also need to check up on several of our people there, make sure they're fine, and we can try to discern whether Briarstone is a fixture only of that Palemore, or if there's one in this.
Ooh, okay.
I
Can
think there's
confirm it
one
in
in
the real world?
both.
If there's one in both, but here's the thing: we need to find her heart, which belongs to the Stitched Sisters. But the problem with that is, what if Ulrich's friends took something that belonged to Ileana?
Ulrich's friend.
That Ebony Legion, that
Exactly.
stupid bee lady that thinks she's so cool with her cool mask and armor.
She is cool.
Yeah, she did look really cool, yeah.
So here's the
But
thing:
still.
we have three main possibilities. Briarstone is in this Palemore, and it's in the exact location that it was in the other Palemore. Or it's only in that other Palemore, and it's in the exact location. Or three, the heart was kept in that altar. We don't really know if that was the case because they pulled out a book.
Ooh, and that's what they took that time? Okay.
Yeah, they took a book that last time, so
Ooh.
I'm
Right.
being crazy. There's
Would a book be a reliquary, like a reliquary for a heart?
no, because I'm thinking she thinks it's a literal heart.
Yeah, I think she was talking about her literal heart, because she's.
Hold on, that one chick, my chick took a book. I thought we didn't
She
know
took
what
a
she
book.
took. It was a book. Okay.
Didn't she take a book?
She took a tome, yeah.
A tome, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then.
She
Okay.
They found
took
that
a
switch
tome.
in the altar, and they reached
But
in
when we
and
used the lantern
grabbed it.
in Another Palemore,
Yeah.
that's what happened. We went down an elevator. We went out through some
That's right.
passageways that led out into this valley.
That
We
old
don't
dirt,
know if this valley.
that old dirt temple from really long ago.
That's right. When we went to the Palemore in that other.
There was a different temple underneath the temple that was all dirt and an even older statue.
Yes.
Okay.
We were above ground. In this current Palemore, we would be underground. So we either have to go underground
Ah.
through the same way that we came in, or find another way underground. Because at this
Oh,
point,
interesting.
Gurney believes that the ruins that we're looking for is underneath the
The
cathedral.
cathedral.
district. Yeah. Maybe not particularly Ulunar's temple, but underneath the.
But I
cathedral district.
I thought Briarstone was like outside the city gates, like down a path.
It was in that Palemore. Palemore might have grown over the years. We still don't know if these Palemores are the same.
Do you see Gurney's got it? Ulrich pats him on the back. See, map maker, you gotta lead the way. You know it. Let's do
We'll
it.
try
I
it
don't
that way
understand what
first.
you're saying,
Yeah, I don't
but
get
I
it.
like your
I don't get it.
confidence.
In theory, you can also go to the one place where there are many books possibly on the subject.
You know what? Actually, that's a good idea, because I don't want to lead us blind underground, and I don't want to just rush into a deadly situation with no idea if it's going to be worth anything, because that's what we did here.
Agreed. Let's
So,
lead on
what
to
we
the
can
books.
do is find a place in which the knowledge resides.
A little research point. Okay. And like
That's
a
great.
pit stop to rehash, kind of recalculate our plan.
We would like to go back to the cathedral district. And I think what we want to do is now I need to find old maps. What would be the best place to find those of the cathedral district?
In the cathedral district?
If they're not in the cathedral district, I will go to the one place I know they definitely are.
University.
The academy.
Yeah, the academy.
New academy.
Let's
Of
go to
which
the
has been
academy.
a highlight of Gurney's trip this entire time.
You don't.
Nice.
You could, in theory, you could, if you wanted, search around and try and find someone or some way to locate maps within the cathedral ward. I mean, it might take a while. It's not your forte. You don't really know any libraries or any people there. I mean, you know some people that might be able to help, but you don't necessarily know if they'd be able to direct you.
Exactly.
You definitely know that if you went to Cargill Academy, you could
Yeah.
find what you needed. You just have not been there in so long. You don't know what state it's in.
Exactly.
Let's go find out.
All I
Yeah,
know is
only
that
one way to
they shut
find
their
out.
gates,
Yep.
and nobody's coming in or out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Let's
break
go.
through the gates.
Let's go.
I
Let's
love
go back
breaking
to
stuff.
school.
Okay.
Like the
I brought my
Yeah.
pencil.
Okay. So from here, you can, probably the quickest way. Let me actually get my map because I haven't looked at my map in forever. Moon. Is it under that?
Let's see.
Where? I don't actually know what it would be under. Okay. Yeah, I don't even remember where I saved it. So you would know that in order to, or the quickest way to the academy, would probably be out the gates of the Alabaster District, which means down the hill, out the gates, across Central Palemore, and then into the Academy District, which is sort of across on the other side.
Gotcha.
Let's do it.
Yep, let's do it.
Quick travel.
Central Palemore, and then to the gates. I will lead them there the best I can.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. I'm looking to see if I actually.
I can take point like usual, and you can just navigate. Just in case you run into any unsavory characters on the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for anything that's different and weird.
Yeah, because that moon.
That moon is weird.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it does something crazy with the people. Maybe that dictates like the hunts, that kind of stuff. I
Maybe.
don't know.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like
I
I
swear-
said, does time go by differently when we were inside that creepy,
Yeah.
horrible place? Like
Yeah, maybe.
like how much time has actually passed while we were in there having?
That the moon got that closer, kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder.
Have we been there a week, a day, the same time, a month? We don't know.
Yeah, that's hard to say. However, you guys begin making your way down the streets of the Alabaster District. You can still sort of hear the noises coming from various buildings, the sort of high-pitched and shrieking laughter, screaming and other sounds coming from the flickering candlelight that dots some of the windows here and there. You can even make out, as you make your way down this sort of cobblestone road, the echoing wails of lamenting women who, sort of wander the streets.
Ooh, we encountered one of those actually, right?
We
not
do
fun.
not want.
It was not fun.
That it's ringing
Do
some
not
bells
want.
on that. Okay.
Yeah, let's
recognize that.
hide.
All right.
Let's skirt away from that stuff.
Well, at least now we know, though, for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Lesson well learned.
So, yeah, that was. We tried. Like, we gave it the old churchman try.
However, the streets themselves in this district seem, aside from those sounds, which sound very distant, they seem eerily empty. There are no people on them. There's nothing that crosses your path. The moon is just sort of beating down over your heads. You hear these sounds kind of
Shit.
welling up in cacophony around you. You actually can see the gates of the Alabaster, these huge marble arches rising over the buildings just ahead of you as you are trying to make your way out of the district.
Nice. Yeah, if it's straight shot, let's do it.
We're going back into
Up to-
Central Palemore, so the last
Yeah, are we-
places.
Maybe he's asking, like, are we rolling sneak right now, or are we just rushing it? I almost say we just rush it.
What do you need? What do you need from us?
Depends what you want to
We'd
do.
like to avoid attention. So we'd like to.
You could try and get there quick
Stealth it.
and hopefully cross the gates and possibly barricade them from the other side, or you can try and do it without it slow and without anyone seeing you.
I'm all for fast.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
all
do
for
it.
that.
Fast.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I want to barricade some shit in case
No.
they come after us. They might, I don't know, run into a little sword. Or
We had-
spear.
We had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah.
We're done. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Alabaster. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.
As you were kind of rushing, basically it's probably about a football field's length down a winding street to get to the gates, and as you guys are just kind of rushing as fast as you can, you catch a glimpse, Gurney, out of the corner. Well, all of you are gonna see this, but you catch a glimpse of the. I didn't mean to say Gurney, I meant everyone. Out of the corner of your eyes, there are you see kind of a flash of color down an alleyway, and you see that the sort of red and gold forms of what look like armored people are in the process of you hear a crashing of wood as they kick down a door just like a half a block down from you.
Those guards, right? Those
friends.
those guards from the cathedral.
Maybe
I
it's
can
not
speak.
that your friends.
Ooh.
I
That might be kind of cool to
Not our problem.
bash them up
wait. So
Nope.
they're busting into that. Are they busting in or out?
They're busting
in.
Busting
To-
in
Into what?
Yeah.
into what?
Someone's
A-
house.
a
Someone's,
a
it
building.
could be someone's house. For all we know, it's the house of a
How many
sick
are
little
there?
girl.
How many are there?
There are 4 that you can see.
4.
Eesh.
Ulrich, we could
That's tough.
find out where that tower that she was mentioning is. That
You
your
mean-
girl.
The east.
Yeah, you want to take these guys out, or you
I
wanna
mean,
keep running?
well, we don't. Well, I don't know. It's not our business.
Oh, you mean like I pretend to be like cool with them?
They'll know
and
you're in
get them
exile, though,
question.
right?
Oh,
Because it's
Well,
happening
probably,
right now. All I'm
yeah.
saying is that there's 4 of them. I don't know how strong they are.
You guys
yeah.
you guys can either keep running or you can divert your attention here.
I
I
don't
say
know, for
keep
some reason I
running.
say.
Do we
keep
hear
running.
any screaming?
Probably, yeah.
I say we divert. Ulrich, I can't stand people.
Oh.
Innocent people could possibly be hurt right now. So
Actually, yeah.
I'm
fuck
distracted.
these people.
All
This is-
right.
This is my city. They don't
Sorry.
belong here. They're fucking my people over.
Yeah, I'm
We're
sorry. I say
so-
we stop like.
Yeah,
freaking
we
in the
we
dust.
Yeah.
Should
Like,
stop.
like running by like Breakfast Club and slide and then come back.
slide. And we all look at each other like, we gotta stop this.
Yo, first
go.
watch
Okay.
represent.
Nice.
All right, so you guys
So,
want to
Damn it,
kind
you're
of
right. First watch represent. You're right.
you want to veer off and crash
Yeah.
your way into these guys from behind?
Lead the charge.
Yeah.
If that'll
okay.
give us the
I
surprise,
could,
sure.
I could throw a spear at one of them if we're going in hostile. Unless we want to try to talk our way in. I don't know.
Honestly,
I'm not the thinker of the group, so whatever you guys decide.
they're going in for the kill. We should too.
Fuck yeah. I hoped you'd say that.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
Rick,
down. Let's
do
it.
what you do.
Whatever, Yeah.
But I don't like the authority that these people are bringing. I want them out.
All right. So what? So you guys are. You probably have about maybe 50 yards to them, like
Yeesh,
to
okay.
of running, and
So we almost need to use our full like movement and a sprint.
you're gonna have
action
to. I mean,
get there.
you're gonna have to run for like. They're gonna be.
Yeah.
They're gonna probably be
Okay.
through the door by the time you get there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. And then let's All right. Let's start making our way over
All right.
there then. Yeah.
So as you guys are sprinting down the road, just trying to keep as tight to the buildings as you can, you hear kind of a crashing of wood and these screams, and as you kind of skid to a stop, you sort of spend a minute just sort of deliberating, taking in the scene before you just all sort of unanimously start running in their direction. You want to do something, Lisa?
Is there?
Not yet. Not
What?
yet. I'm just like taking it in.
Okay.
Is there a lantern outside?
Outside of the house,
Yes.
Ooh, red
Or
lantern.
in one of the windows.
there are lights
Red lantern
from inside
survivors.
the house.
Okay. Never mind then. We continue.
you,
I'm gonna wait for Ulrich to make the first strike.
All right, you guys are kind of running down the street. Ulrich kind of unsheaths his sword and is kind of heading it over his shoulder, like waiting to sort of take a strike. And you guys, you hear a scream from inside. One of these people kind of barrels through with his shield, smashing the door open, and kind of just disappears inside. Ulrich, as you are running down the street, you probably have about 20 feet before you close in. It does not look like, because you guys aren't like screaming, so it doesn't look like they've noticed you just yet. However, you are going to right before you come crashing into the person, but not enough, like not. There's not enough time for you to sort of slow yourself down and come to a stop. You are going to see, you're going to see the man in front of you, sort of like, there's just, all of a sudden, there's just like a slash of red, and like blood just splatters the wall. And immediately before that, you see him kind of buckle. That's when you're going to kind of crash into him.
Oh, shit. So he just got freaking,
You don't know.
and I'll just kind of like, and then like, like in, I don't know, that movie Hostile, just push this guy back like at a fucking party or
Are
something.
you trying to like push him into the other people in front of him?
Yeah,
Hey, yeah,
basically
dude.
he comes on me like, oh, what the hell, bro? And I kind of just give him the,
I like to think you go young
one,
at
two.
that.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1
Right.
second here.
He pushes me. Huh? What the hell, bro? Nice. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. If that started it.
Let's play some shove away.
Only God can touch me.
All right. So first of all, do you want to just like shove this guy, or do you actually want to hit him with your sword?
Oh,
Just to
Jesus,
see
if
it.
you're giving me that opportunity for making me consider it, my sword's already drawn, so I can
Yeah.
just.
Let's
just
do an
finish him
alley-oop.
off.
Shove him to me, and I'll shove him back to you.
Oh no, this
Well-
guy's already coming at me a little
He's
slice,
coming
so
at
I'll
me,
just kind of
so,
like,
Okay.
and I'll just finish him off and just.
All right. So go ahead and roll me an
Just,
attack with advantage.
With pleasure, sir. Nice. And I actually did go into rage mode thanks to Gurney invigorating me.
Yo.
So I'm gonna do 3 D20s. Plus 2d6. Go! Yeah! 2. Oh my god. Alright, so alright, at least the 6 exploded. So 7, and then I gotta
What's
explode
the total?
6.
Uh,
Hold on.
wait,
7,
wait. Oh, so yeah, it's
'cause
7.
I have an advantage because of my single character rage mode. So I'm
All
attacking
right.
a single target, so I get an advantage plus your advantage.
Dang.
So it's awesome right now. Sorry, hold on, explode.
You should
6.
you should roll with the drop one, so the keep one, so you don't have to.
Is it 1k6? Is that how you do that? Or how
It's
do you-
1d20 k1,
1d20 k1, all no spaces.
no spaces.
Okay, I'll start doing that. All right, 1d6, 2, an extra 2 on there, so 7,
that's
13, 17. Hold on, 13, 17, 19.
Okay. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so as you come crashing into him, there's just enough momentum for your kind of blade to like catch him on the side of his armor and kind of smash him into the wall a little bit as he kind of bounces off it. His armor is gonna take most of the hit as he stumbles, but you see him kind of like hit the wall and actually sort of slide down, and there's almost like a smear of red along the wall. The rest of you guys are coming out, are kind of following behind. Who's immediately behind him?
Probably
Me.
Felix.
All right.
Or Felix.
Then Gurney and Felix, you guys will see, or Gurney and Felix will see, sort of like what looks like a mass of black. It's just gonna kind of like over the edge of sort of a fence nearby, almost like leaping off of something, and kind of like just land with a almost soundless, like almost no sound, right behind Gurney. And as it does, you see like the sort of form of like a cape or something just billow out on the ground around it, and as it sort of rises up, you just see sort of glinting in the bright moonlight a long bladed sword. And as it turns to you, you see kind of the face, a familiar sort of black mask with a sort of trailing veil down from it and a long beak. Just, glad to see you're still alive. Perhaps we should hunt again. And that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Yeah, she's back.
Who is it?
This is that one chick. Okay, cool. All right, I think I remember her. Yeah,
I'm
right.
so pumped. I was hoping because
I remember her.
we
What?
peeked out with the lantern last time we saw her. Oh, I missed her.
Yeah.
This was right
So-
before
Is this the lady with the bell?
Nope.
No, mask.
This was
This
I think
before you.
yeah, before Vesper got here. You guys
She was the cool chick before you. Nice.
Now you have
Now,
to
now
fight.
you've replaced her. Even cooler.
We
than
have
she
to see
was.
who is the
is
female.
she?
Yeah.
Oh man, but that is of course where we're gonna have to end it, as it is midnight now, and we are not gonna have time to get into a fight. But of course,
Oh.
ending it with by being rejoined by this strange woman who I don't think you ever. Oh, you did get her name.
I think we did. Actually no, I don't think.
No,
we ever
you
got
didn't get her name. Okay.
No.
You did this sort of nameless woman who you assisted her in fighting this beastly man who had sort of she was tracking down as she accused you of trying to steal her prey. And then after that, she showed you to the workshop of the old hunters.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we need to go back there someday. But
Yeah.
I'm so pumped that she's back.
So you are rejoined by her. What exactly that means, we will of course find out next week. But of course, man, a lot of stuff we talked about. We covered a lot of new information this session. Of course, we want to know what you guys thought about the show. And of course, there he is, a little bit late, but there's Speedy with the host.
Hey.
Hey, Speedy, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
We of course went over a lot of things today, and we want to know what you guys in chat thought about the episode, so please let us know. Of course, we want to hear what you think, but also we want to hear what our players think, so let's go around the table and talk to them and see what's going on in their heads. And we'll start with the ever-eager Mr. Din Money.
Right here, yes. Oh man, I think there's one word that could sum up this session. We all know it. Bangarang!
Thank you so much.
Oh god.
You're doing it,
so
Peter.
good. Yes. Oh yes. Oh man. Nice. So that was a little. I'd say this was one of the more nerve-wracking for me. Like, not in a health way, like last time, but more in like long-term consequence way of when we're trying to parlay with this obviously strong NPC, so those are always kind of my weaker points. So like, forgive me if I was trying to letting you guys do a little more of the overall decision making.
No, that was
for the final
hysterically
stage.
awesome. That was such great
God.
color. That was such great, like.
Yeah. Oh, we'll find out why
I
Ulrich is a little
doing this the entire time.
bashful there. Yeah.
His first dinner date.
Yeah, that
Hey,
was
it
his
was
Ulrich's
first dinner date.
Yeah.
There you go.
He was a little he wasn't expecting that, so that was really awesome. Yeah, that was a really fun
So
time.
proud of you,
Excellent. Oh god, not the usual, but very good.
When is anything ever usual here?
Exactly.
For real. Really.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Oh man. So do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are, what you get up to on the internet, and where
yeah.
people can find you?
Oh yeah, back in the real world, I'm Din Money, and you can find me on Twitter, Twitch. I don't get to paint much these days. This is my only stream, and I'm so okay with that. I'm so happy to be here. It totally overrides anything else I could be doing. So awesome. But yeah, I'm an artist and game developer. You can check me out. I work Din Money. My game is Faulty Apprentice. I'm currently developing that right now. Check it out online. Cool. Cheers.
Absolutely, man. Go show Din some love. Get some shout outs going there if I got my mods in chat. Just go ahead and drop some links for him. And show him some love for being here. What about you, Mr. Puffy Hair?
Aha. Tonight, there's a lot on the table.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
I want to point out, by the way, I wanted to do a lot more, but Speedy wasn't here, and so I had to table it, but it will come up.
Now it's kind of weird because like I feel like for me and Speedy, our characters seem to just we either go crazy or someone is trying to buy our souls.
For real.
It's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just there's so much that I want to tell you players, but I can't do that because Ernie isn't ready yet, or you simply haven't been as persistent. But this was a confrontation that I honestly wasn't sure what was going to happen because last time we almost died. But
Yeah.
this time it felt like we
Very, very
were
close.
getting ourselves into a deeper, darker situation, and I'm actually kind of worried because how are we actually going to be able to find this heart? Who knows? I don't know, but
What's gonna happen
I'm
after
looking
that?
forward to every second of it. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, I enjoyed it immensely. Thank you again for asking for running this. I am 4, and I am from the Twitch.tv channel on the Forefront. You can also find me on Twitter on the Forefront. And guess what? We are back at it. We return to our campaigns for the Festival of Colors, which is a homebrew D&D 5th edition, and we are also playing Out of the Abyss, no party mode on Fridays. On both those days, you can find us 6:30 or so, and we play until about 10 o'clock. It's really hard to say. So much has happened in just 2 sessions of each of those campaigns that it's hard to boil down what happened. But I'm telling you, the stuff that we are doing is fantastic. The stakes are rising in each of the campaigns. And I would just tell you to check out the descriptions on my channel, or just come on and check us out when we're streaming. But I hope you enjoyed tonight, and I hope you enjoy my poofy hair. And I love you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, make sure you guys check him out. Go show him some love. Of course, check out his D&D games. They're good stuff. And last, but certainly not least, we have the ever sassy and adorable Lisa.
Hello. I am. Yeah. We had some.
You
we had
are-
some sass tonight. Not having this girl making people of the city and ladies in waiting that she is now surgically made into puppets of herself is so horribly wrong. I'm gonna get her. So I'm Lisa Lee, and I'm a voice actor, and I'm Lisa Bell on Twitter, and I'm Danger Lily on Twitch, and you can find me here. You can also listen to 6 episodes of our season 1 podcast, Sight Unseen, on Wondery and on iTunes for free. And season 2 and 3 are coming. You can also see me on Wednesday night as part of a 2-day stream of Blades in the Dark, with Not So Speed Runs on Thursday night on his thing, and me on Wednesday night. It's fun. And this we did so much tonight, talking and getting information, and I still don't have any idea what's happening. I don't know. I have no idea.
I know our only
I have
option.
no idea. I
Continue.
have so many notes.
Have to
I've
keep
written so
moving
many notes, and
forward.
I'm like,
Uh,
I don't know.
I swear for a
Or-
second I understood like everything, and then it was just like in that brief moment it was gone.
Gone.
You should tell me about that because we'll
Wait,
talk
you
about it
guys,
later.
I would have told them. Have
Come
There's
on,
all these
man.
pieces that don't seem to make sense or coincide, but kind of.
They eclipsed for a moment.
Right.
I
But hey,
I
reset.
promise they
Little
make sense
closer.
in the larger sense.
Yeah,
It's
we're getting a
too
little
zoomed in
closer.
right now, but we're getting
Oh,
there. Of course, guys, as always, first of all, big thanks to Lisa for being here. As always, go show her some love. You know, check her out on Twitter and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. And give her all the thanks. As always, guys, we are gonna keep trying with our weird experience mechanic, where I'm going to give each of you 1 point, and I want you to tell us who you're giving it to and why. And that is we'll see how this works out. So Din, we'll start with you, man.
All right, cool. Well, mine, I feel bad saying it again, but Lisa, again, I was really surprised how she got so strong against this chick. Like, she came in there like, no, like, don't even. Like, I'm asking the questions here. It's just like, well, me and Gurney were like, oh, did she really just say that? So,
After a vagina
wow.
monster,
And-
I was done.
yeah, see, and that's the
Okay.
thing, though, but I feel
There
like...
you go. There you go.
Like I liked it as, you know, a player, like, oh shit, she's getting crazy, but then as B, her character, it made sense. Like, it was like, no, I've had enough of these games, you know. So I really enjoyed that scene. So
Yeah, she was
I,
having fun trying to kill my friends, and I've already seen enough killing. I was like,
yeah.
All right.
you're either gonna kill us or not kill us, but enough almost killing games.
That's free.
All right.
Yeah.
So your point is going to Lisa. 4. What about you?
I don't think I could have gotten. I don't think me or Gurney could have gotten through tonight without the delightful awkwardness of Ulrich the White.
So yes.
I saw a new side of him tonight. Yeah, that was,
I'm always delighted to have Ulrich by my side.
Oh,
I
cheers
really
to-
mean that.
You're the brains of Ulrich's operations.
Exactly, and I just I feel like as much as like me and Lisa were like, you want to make a bargain, do you?
Yeah.
Ulrich is over there like, ooh. So I'd like to give my point to him.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
giving my point to Din as well.
He
That was
wasn't-
amazing.
All right.
Amazing.
Sounds
commitment.
like a plan.
Yes.
The commitment of him being that completely. He was instantly in 4th grade dance, and
Nice.
even with a woman who was like
Nice.
who was dead and evil and trying to kill us, he still was like first crush.
No,
was
guys. Maybe I got a chance.
hysterical.
Guys, maybe I got a chance.
It was
right.
it was
It all
awesome.
it all makes sense to me.
She's asking me
Awesome.
out. She's sending me signals, bro.
Hashtag points Din.
Oh Lord.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
Bashful as the player, even getting that much into character.
that of course is going to mean that Mr. Ulrich is going to find himself another level.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well done. You're gonna need it.
Right? Level up.
Gotta level towards God.
I love Firebringer's bits. Just eat the soup, guys. Hashtag guys. If hashtag eat the soup,
Firebringer.
if hashtag eat the soup isn't a thing, I'm gonna make a shirt out of that.
Yeah, there you
Eat
go.
the soup.
Eat the soup.
It's just gonna be a bowl of soup and it says eat the soup.
Please do. Please do. I will wear that.
Oh Lord.
I'll wear that.
Every
Eat the
stream.
soup. Oh my.
I think I ate it. I
Firebringer,
ate a
you
little
first,
bit.
man.
Yeah.
Firebringer, I do not want to eat the 10-year-old coagulated.
I think I was the only one that got caught up in that little fad of the peer pressure of eat the soup. All right.
Don't worry.
Oh Lord. We were
You
gonna.
can't
We're,
make me.
She
we're gonna
made it
talk a
just
little bit
for
about
us.
we're gonna talk a little bit about that off stream. But as always, thank you guys for playing. My name is Asker, and I am your host and dungeon master here on Exploding Dice. Thank you guys for the donations. Thank you guys for the follows. I wanted to shout out D Chai Dog and Kronos World and Paris Cook and Mercurius 100 and Snazzy Razzie for following. Welcome to the madness, my friends. Thank you for joining us. Glad to have you. As always, we are going to drop off the love to another channel that's streaming, and I think I know who we're gonna go to today. So let me find them because I think they're on right now. Yeah, hold on.
Should we go to the last bit of
the what bit? Oh, no, they don't need the more attention. They're
they don't
doing
need us.
yeah, no,
They're fine.
They're fine. Hold on one second. I'm gonna switch this
spread
back
some
to Yeti, so you guys don't hear my other sounds. And let's see if she is on, cause I just need to find out if this channel's live.
Judo Killer says, when is the contest drawing happening?
That I'm.
Drawing contest.
Yeah, the drawing contest. Oh no, I don't know. That I don't know. It's probably gonna be the end of the next week, end of the week. I extended it by a couple days, so yeah, I think it might be during one of the shows next week. I'll announce it during the week. I've been way too busy, and I extended it by a couple days, so it's not the drawing contest; it's the contest drawing. Yes, okay, cool. So we are going to raid my friend here who's doing ladies' night, and she's hanging out and talking with some really cool Twitch streaming ladies. But as always, I just want to remind you guys of some last-minute announcements. As always, there is no stream tomorrow. I am working late, and we are going to. Oh, they're going on a raid. Oh man, they're ending. Oh no.
Follow them?
How it goes.
I always do it wrong, guys. I'm bad at this.
It's
Oh
okay.
well.
It's okay.
Oh well.
We understand.
We will find someone. We'll find someone. I promise. Fine. We'll go back to the D&D directory. But while I'm doing that, remember, you guys, there is no what's it called? There's no show tomorrow, but of course Monday, instead of a creative Monday, I will be hanging out with AP Gaming Real and doing they have a show where like he DMs Burning Wheel with another person, and they have an artist who draws like the scenes and stuff like that, and they have kindly let me take part, and I will probably be horrible and not very quick, and I will be like, it'll be bad, but I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be doing that on Monday. Of course, the rest of the schedule will be released during the week. Iron Gods on Wednesday, and lots of other stuff coming. So, thank you guys for hanging out. Twitch is being a dumbass right now, and it's not giving me any pages that I need when I need them. So let's see who's live.
And huge love to London and everyone there.
Yeah, absolutely. We said this before, but thank you.
Everyone keep safe, please. Love each other.
Yep.
Fuck terrorists. That's what I want to say.
And that.
Who is looking
I'll second that.
like they might be a good channel to drop in on?
Nice.
Gosh, now I'm curious.
Let's go hang out with Winter's Edge. They're AP Gaming Real. We'll hit them up. I don't know how long they're gonna be going, but let's do it. So here is the raid, ! Raid, AP Gaming Real. I want you guys to drop the love in their chat, of course. Show them the hype, show them some support, and tell them where you guys are coming from. We, of course, will see you next time. Thank you to everyone who hung out with us, and a big love to all of you guys. But as always, do not let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might make you eat the soup. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye. Whoa,
Bye.
whoa, wrong screen. There we are. Woo.
Right.